Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game ahead of Tottenham taking on West Ham United, the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. Gonzo, how are you feeling?
Nervous, edgy.
Well, do you want the good news or the bad news? Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Always the bad news first, because then I feel better afterwards.
It was Antonio.
That's the bad news. Okay, yes, sure. Okay, it was Antonio. I'll tell you what, Moyes will be fuming that that's got out. He'll be fuming. He really will.
Well, would you like the good news for context for other people? Would you like the good news?
the good. Yeah, go on. Give him the context first.
The good news is there's only one COVID case in regards to West Ham United players. The bad news is it's Mikel Antonio. Antonio is not playing tonight. He's got COVID, so he's out. But the rumours that Jared Bowen had COVID is incorrect. Don't know who made that up. I think someone just made it out completely and just went like wildfire on social media. Jared Bowen, he's fit. He's starting. The team will be out in 3 minutes officially, but as we understand it, a few changes from the Arsenal game. Mikel Antonio is out with COVID, and Jared Bowen is starting up front. But a bit of a big game, Gonzo. I was a bit nervous this morning. I wasn't really looking forward to it. I think I was fearing the worst, I guess. And then as the game's got a little bit closer, I found myself getting into, I don't know what you want to call it, Cup spirit. West Ham's back, playing Tottenham. I don't know what it is.
Christmas spirit, I believe they call it.
It's definitely not Christmas spirit. It's definitely not Christmas spirit.
There you go, Geo.
Have a reasonable Christmas.
Yeah, have a reasonable Christmas.
Is that Lidl?
Yeah, with a really bad sort of Father Christmas.
Little t-shirts for little men.
Absolutely. Spreading a little bit of Christmas cheer. Yeah, have an adequate Christmas, everybody.
Well, hopefully we have I don't know what the equivalent of massive Lidl is, but hopefully we'll have a big.
It's a little superstore.
But yeah, anyway, it's not the Christmas spirit, but certainly I'm starting to look forward to the game. Actually, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got my hopes up a little bit. The West Ham team will get in a few seconds, but it's looking strong. Actually, I'm quite pleased with the lineup. There's one or two players missing that would like to have been available, but it can't be helped. You know, if they're missing, they're missing. I'm more intrigued to see what the Tottenham team is now, because that's really going to make or break my confidence. I think if they go full strength, I'm going to go back to but they've rotated quite a bit. And Conte said it's impossible to play the same team again. I mean, he's not wrong, because Sessegnon started against Liverpool and he's injured. So I mean, technically, he's correct. It is impossible to play the same team again. But we shall wait and see.
Bowen's on fire and he's COVID negative.
Some people, the rumours were it's Danny Dyer had COVID because of him and Jared. Jared's now got it.
Which one? Both Dannys?
Danny with an I. The daughter. Anyway, with the teams out, would you like the West Ham lineup?
Go on.
So in goal tonight, we've got Areola. Areola's in goal for West Ham tonight with the back three of Ben Johnson, Craig Dawson, and Issa Diop. Hassan Ashby, right wing back, with Arthur Masuaku, left wing back, a midfield 3 or 2, depends how you want to look at it, of Rice, Souček, and possibly Lanzini here. And then Jared Bowen up front with Nikola Vlasic. What are you thinking?
I'm not sure it's a back three. That's what I'm thinking. I think you might find Masuaku playing left wing with Vlasic on the right wing and Bowen up front.
I'm quite certain it's a back three.
You're quite certain it's about Moyes is not going to be happy about this. I'll tell you that now. You're quite certain.
When Moyes said Antonio's got COVID, Bowen's up front. I'm playing a back three tonight, by the way, Gio. It's a Tuesday.
Is that what he said? Well, that's very good. And he said, and Merry Christmas, obviously. Okay, all right. Well, listen, you clearly know more than I do.
I could be wrong, but I believe it's a back three. Anyway.
You sometimes are, but I think Vlasic being in is good. I'm pleased to see that, because I just think he'll put in a shift. You know, I don't believe that it's sort of Fornals and Ben Rama have been rested ahead of the league game. I think Vlasic is in there almost on merit. The fact he's playing Rice and Souček and the two centre halves there, Bowen, I think that's what he perceives to be the best team for this game, really. I'm delighted for Ashby. I'm absolutely delighted, because I thought we discussed this, thought he'd missed out on his chance, as we both did. This is really, really, really good. Actually, really pleased. Shame back Cresswell, but not bad, mate. Not bad.
I think this is the best role for Harrison Ashby. Actually, I know he's naturally a right back, but I think giving him the wing back role just gives him that little bit of protection, someone behind him to helping him out with the defensive side of it. It also probably pushes him up the pitch 5-10 yards, and we know he's good going forward. He's looked very good going forward for us. But also, we know Tottenham are more than likely to play with three at the back. I'll see what the Tottenham team is in a minute. I know one thing, and that's Son's on the bench, but we'll get to that in a minute. But Tottenham will probably play with three at the back and wing backs. That gives Harrison Ashby an immediate opponent. That's your man tonight. That's who you've got to mark when they've got the ball, and that's the guy you've got to beat when you've got the ball. And I think you've got to look after the youngsters in games like this. Yes, they've also got to step up, and they're in the team on merit to some extent. I do also think opportunities have certainly paved the way with Soufal's suspension and Fredericks' injury. That meant Harrison Ashby gets in. But it's a big game for him tonight. I'm happy enough with the team. I think given that Cresswell's not back, Antonio's out, there's not much more he could have done. And when you look at the bench, I don't know if I'd make any changes, if I'm honest. I'd rather not have seen Masuaku start, but at the same time, there's no one else to start instead of Masuaku. So I don't know. It's a fair game. Just quickly run through the West Ham bench for you. It's Darren Randolph, Fabianski giving the night off. Jamal Baptiste, we've got Elise on the bench as well. And Ryan Fredericks is back from injury. He's on the bench this evening for West Ham United, as is Alex Carl-Martinobo, Pablo Fornals, Saeed Benrahma, and Andrei Yarmolenko.
Good. I'll tell you what, I'm really pleased that Fredericks is on there because that's really good for Ashby. That Fredericks is there. If absolutely necessary, Moyes could have started Fredericks. No, he's not played for a little while. But the fact that he's gone with Ashby ahead of him, whether there was fitness to do with it or not, is still a good, a nice confidence boost, I think, for Ashby there. We've got obviously the two young centre-halves on there as well. Crowell. I mean, there's some decent players on the bench there, to be fair. Not well beaters. But I think it's nice to have Benrahma and Fornals on to bring on if necessary. Noble on there for the penalty. And Benrahma, of course. Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad.
Right, do you want to know the Tottenham 11?
If we have to.
Need to know it. Yes, Hugo Lloris in goal. Antonio Conte has gone relatively strong this one as well. Lloris is in goal. They got back three of Sanchez, Dyer, and Davies, so the exact same three that faced Liverpool at the weekend. Right wing back, they got Doherty, and left wing back, they got Reguilon. Two centre midfielders in Skip and Højbjerg, with a attacking trio of Lucas, Bergwijn, and Harry Kane. Now, no Son, but he is on the bench just for clarity, so it looks like he's been sort of rested a little bit, but still a pretty strong team.
Oh, it's a very strong team, and but I think Bergwijn, every time I've seen him, he plays really well. Apparently, he doesn't play well when I don't see him, but he turns it on. He turns it on for me when because he knows I'm watching. Reguilon
don't watch the game tonight, then.
No. Reguilon, and we spoke about him. We like him. Doherty, has it really worked out for him at Tottenham thus far? I don't think it has since he moved from Wolves. He looked really good there. So he's due a good game tonight, really, isn't he? The front three is a good team. I mean, I mentioned before in the build-up show, not the build-up show, the other one, the preview. Watch Lucas warming up when we played and beat Tottenham a little while ago. That he was sensational in the warm-up, not so good in the game itself, but he was really good in the warm-up actually, and they got a fearsome combination. I know it's always known that he and Kane link up well. When I'm talking about Kane and Son. Actually, I do think Kane and Lucas Moura link up really well as well. They got a fearsome front three there, really, mate.
The Spurs bench, we've got Golini, Royale, Emerson Royale, Rodon, Tangana, Winks, Lo Celso, Ndombele, Dele Alli, and Son. I mean,
yeah, he's had a little swap out, but they've got such good players. Doesn't really matter, Ndombele, Dele Alli, and Son. Certainly played in the last one that I can remember, the game against Liverpool, but. They've got a good squad, mate. They've got a better squad than us. They've got some world-class players in the first team as well. It ain't going to be easy, but you know what, mate? We've beaten better teams than Tottenham this season.
Puttin' says, recommend this channel by a lifelong Hammers fan. Can you shout out Christopher O'Connor? No,
Christopher O'Connor!
He's ignoring you.
Not
Pretty
here.
rude if you ask me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ponty. We can't find him. But welcome to the channel, my friend. That's a sort of sarcastic response you get over here.
So what do you think it's going to be then? Do you think it'll be 4-2-3-1 then? Is that what you're expecting?
I just didn't see it as soon as it flashed up and you said 3. I think I saw the way I saw it was Johnson at left back, Ashby at right back, the 2 centre halves, Vlasic on the right, Masuaku on the left. Stuck in the middle.
I see it's a 3-4-3. I think both teams are playing the same formation tonight, actually. Okay. I think both teams, 3 centre backs, 2 wing backs, 2 centre mids, 1 striker, 2 attacking mids. And I think this sets up for a game, really. It's very much man for man. You've got an immediate opponent, beat him, and then you've got a chance kind of thing. So I think both teams are playing the same formation here. The Tottenham teams are it's a little stronger than I would have liked. I would have liked to have seen a few more changes from Conte in there, if I'm honest with you. They made some changes from the Liverpool game. Bar Son, arguably, they've improved it, though. They took Sessegnon on out and put Reguli on in. Højbjerg's gone into the middle of midfield. Sure. And, they've not got weaker, Bar Son, but he's the one player. If I could rest any Tottenham player tonight, it would have been Son. So I'm pleased to see him not start. But like you said, Lucas and Bergwijn, they're hardly poor players to bring in ahead of them as well. But it's not just, this isn't Nuno Lucas and Nuno Bergwijn. This is Antonio Conte Lucas and Antonio Conte Bergwijn. So I'd expect to see perhaps a better version of them. It's just a case of how soon can Conte get them playing better. Has he done it already, or does he need a bit more time? And we're going to benefit from that this evening. We'll wait and see. The next 90 minutes and penalties will tell all if we need them. But it should be a bloody good game anyway. I'm a bit nervous, if I'm honest with you. I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous too, my friend. But
do you agree with that?
What's he got to do to get a chance? I've got to be honest with you. Yes, I do, but not now. Not at this game. Yeah, I was saying that in a couple of European games, earlier on in the League Cup. Not now. I don't want any messing around. I would consider this to be roughly about our strongest lineup. As I say, I don't think Benrahma and Fornals are in form that warrant be. I think the last couple of times I've seen Vlasic has been better than both Fornals and Benrahma. So I don't feel that we've got a second string here, and playing Crowell would very much be a second string, I think. So no, not in this one. Not in a quarter final. Not against Tottenham. Look, we need this. I'm not saying Tottenham don't, by the way. I'm not saying Tottenham don't need this. I'm not even talking football reasons. Everyone's gone a bit weird again at the moment. We've got Christmas coming up, and people people don't know what's going on, and jabs and lockdowns and all that, and everything's gone a bit weird. So I think everyone's just not nervous about football. They're nervous about what they could be doing in 2 weeks' time. So, we need the lift here. We need him to take this competition seriously. I think he is taking it seriously by the team he's put out. I'd like to see a bit more of crowd, but not today. Well, come on a sub to see the game out. Fine.
I agree with that. Time and the place, but I think we've missed the time and the place, to be honest with you. I think the games are almost too serious and there's too much at stake now, really. Unless, come the FA Cup, if we win tonight, come the FA Cup, play them against Leeds. But between now and then, unless there's an injury to or suspension to Vice and Souček, or one of them is seriously fatigued, I just don't see an opportunity to play him, kind of thing. Anyway, right, get your comments into the live chat. It can be about the West Ham team, the Tottenham team, or how you think the game will go, kind of thing. We'll have a little look at them. And Gonzo, do you remember that old feature we discovered by mistake the other day? On the comments? If you could just do some of them while I put the bet together. What are you fancying for the bet?
I fancy. Hold on. You said I've got to do the comment. Now you're asking me. You're putting a bet together. Now basically I'm starring the comments and putting a bet together. What are you doing? You swear, go on. No, I can't. You go on holiday or something. I
normally have to listen to you do the bet and look at the live chat, so I'm delegating this evening.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Look, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I hope it's going to be a low-scoring game. Unless West Ham win 4-0, and it could be a high-scoring game. I've got a fancy for a set piece, Geo. There's no point in predicting a Tottenham win because we're a West Ham channel, and there's going to be no value in the bet. So I think we've got to start with a West Ham win. I think the value in this market, this is how I'm talking. What on earth do I know value in this market? Crikey, I'll pick that phrase up from somewhere.
Good.
Didn't it? The value in this market, Geo, is not particularly on the final result, but the outcome of that result. So does it go to extra time? Sorry, does it go to penalties, or is it determined in normal time? I think that could be something
We'll do West Ham to qualify. We'll just have to save the blanket. Still 64. It's still a decent price. Is there anyone you're fancying to get boot? There's someone in particular I fancy to get carded.
You do. You mentioned it. Who did you say? You mentioned it in the preview. You said a card waiting to happen.
That was 2 players of Tottenham. One of them's not playing. Emerson Royale, he's not playing. Another one is Skip.
Skip. Yes. Go on, do it.
But I also think Lanzini is not a bad shout to be booked. Who do you fancy to score then? We'll put Bowen Shots in because he's up front tonight. So Jared Bowen Shots is going in there. We just need to have 2 shots. Dawson to score.
Dawson to score. Oh, well, Souček's odds be a lot worse, wouldn't it?
Right, player to score. If we do Souček, we're getting 40 to 1 on the bet, which is £200 back, which is not bad.
That's good.
So you want to do Souček?
I think so, my friend. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Right, that's what we'll do then. £5 on that. If it wins, we'll give someone £200. The bet, ladies and gentlemen, if this bet wins, we'll give one of you £200. That's how it works. The 4 things we need is West Ham to qualify, so West Ham to win by any method this evening. Oliver Skips to be booked for Tottenham. Jared Bowen to have 2 shots in the match. Doesn't have to hit the target. Can be blocked by a defender, whatever. Just as long as he shoots twice. And Souček to score a goal at any time in the match. £200 for one of you guys. Gonzo. What's the phrase? In the live chat, please insert the following phrase.
Skip to the semis.
Skip to the semis. Spell it correctly, please, gentlemen. Gonzo, you've literally starred 3 messages and that's it.
Well, I was talking and I got distracted.
Anyway, Scott says you're being harsh on Ben Rama.
I like Scott. Scott's a good guy, but you can't say anything about Ben Rama. You can't. You just can't. I mean, well, I meant to sit here and say, he scored a lovely hat-trick in the last game and, come on. He's been out of form.
Duke says he's happy with this lineup. Let's just hope we go out, turn up, play well. If we play well and lose, so be it. Just don't get battered. Hey, there's only one team that gets battered. That's Tottenham. Jamie says we need everyone on it tonight.
Yes, this is. I starred that. I starred all the messages. I starred that message because this is absolutely right. It seems obvious and it sounds like a cliche, but it is really, really true. We've got to be up with this. The messaging from the coaching staff has got to be on it, and they've got to feel motivated, the players, for us to get anything out of this. We've got to treat this like a proper London derby. It's a quarter final. The players have got to feel the lift that we would get as West Ham fans if tonight, just before Christmas, we make it through to semi-final. It would be brilliant. It would make our Christmas. I think it really would. And I mean, even if you can even imagine, Geo, even more Christmas cheer than you currently have, you'd have it if we got through to the semi-final.
Yes, I'd have some Christmas cheer. We get through to the semi-final. Yeah, this is a good point. Ralph says that Vlasic's getting when we demote someone.
Oh, great!
It's a good point, that isn't it? I think he's probably the only one in the team who's probably could keep his shirt. Masuaku as well, maybe, because I don't feel Ashby could be man of the match tonight. He probably won't start the next game. Sufal will come back in. So there's only so much you can do. Ben Johnson's under pressure a little bit because Sufal's back now. Masuaku knows now that Sufal's back and Ben Johnson's fit that the next game Johnson is probably going to be left back over him. So Masuaku needs to play well in order to keep it 3 at the back so he can have his position. But Vlasic is the one I think has probably got the most realistic chance of grabbing his shirt. And it's up to him. It's his to lose, really. Sometimes players come in like Vlasic and you think, well, you could play really well. It's like Harrison Ashby. Like I said, Ashby could be man of match tonight. It doesn't really matter. Unfortunately for him, Sufal's fit and available for the next game. So Sufal just comes back in automatically. Vlasic doesn't have that. Ben Ram and Fowles are fit, but they ain't coming straight back in. They're only coming back in if Vlasic don't do it this evening. So his shirt to lose, I think.
And a proper game for him, a proper start for him. This is not some B team excursion to the backwaters in the Mickey Mouse European Cup. This is he's in with the first team with good players around him. It is I think it's a big, it's a statement of Moyes for Vlasic, Sam, including you in this mammoth game. I starred one of the messages. As we get the starred messages, someone's asking about the West Ham fans. The answer was 6,000. So a big allocation tonight, Stuart.
Do you want a comment that's going to make you smile?
Yeah.
Might as well be happy next season with his own buy. Vlasic and Ben Rama should leave to another team who plays technical football, not hit and run and Moyes' type.
Yeah, he's rubbish, that Moyes. He's rubbish. It's just I'm surprised he can leave Ben Rama out with how good he's been. Look, Ben Rama's a good player and a technical player and an excellent player. He's out of form, and Ben Rama has to be treated like everybody else. We can't treat Ben Rama differently for whatever reason that you might think that he should be treated differently. Ben Rama and Fornals are out of form. They don't deserve to be in a team. Someone else deserves a chance. The only player in attacking capacities in form is Bowen. Aside from that, it's not even about him. We've all said, you and me, Gio, that Antonio should be out. With all those players we've said should be out at one time or over the last few weeks. And this is what I mean. You say Antonio out, no kickback. You say Fornals out, no kickback. Shut Ben Rama loses place, everyone loses their shit. So there you go.
It's not often you swear on here, Mr. Gonzo.
It's true. Basically, he's held up to different standards to everybody else, and I find it annoying.
Where is that comment? Where is it? There he goes. Let's get Gonzo wound up. Read it again, Gonzo. Tell me what you think of the comment.
I'm already. It's you know what. Honestly.
That's a big word for a small man with a little jumper. Oh, brilliant. Right. Anyway, before we crack on and tell you how we're feeling, where is it? Let me find it. I need to click on something. I need to click on this. I need to click on this. Our Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/hammerschat, if someone's saying to you, I need to get you for Christmas, I mean, I think they probably left it quite late to ask you the question, or if you need to get a West Ham fan something for Christmas or more, a Hamish Chat fan something for Christmas, please consider our Patreon. You can purchase an annual subscription up front, 10% discount. If you go to the link, it's in the description below. You get more videos from myself and Gonzo. If you somehow don't get enough of us, discount to our official store. Many people bought Christmas presents for other people. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of you lot possibly watching this that's going to be getting Christmas presents from the Hamish Chat range. So I hope you like them. But if your missus are joined up to Patreon and use the discount code she gets immediately, she would have saved a bit of money on her shopping, and it almost pays for itself just sometimes. So do check it out if you don't mind. Links in the description. It massively helps myself and Gonzo, and we appreciate it.
We do appreciate it.
Gonzo, you've got jump out for you.
Yeah, I did.
Here you go. James saying that myself holding a microphone to you like it's an interview. I mean, to be fair, we do look young, and it's been a while since we've been on the boats together and stuff, just because of the world and stuff.
Yeah, mate. It really has. I hope they don't cancel the Boxing Day. I don't want to cancel any games, but we were due to be going to the Norwich one that got cancelled. Due to be going to the Boxing Day game, so I hope they don't cancel it. You know. Come on, yeah. We've basically, sorry, a bit tenuous. The reason as looks old, we've not been in the games enough, the pair of us, because there ain't been enough games. We've missed a year and a half of football, really.
I've not seen any Suchek, Kate.
I didn't. I just.
It's Ben Rama Gonzo hates. It's Ben Rama Gonzo hates.
I don't hate him, but thank you, Gio. Yeah. There we go. No, there's no.
Gaz can't wait for his. I don't know what you've got, Gaz, or what your missus has bought you, or whatever. But I hope you like it, whatever it is. Mikey's got his today, so I hope you like it too. Phil says it's the opposite. Ben Ram has no confidence to try anything because if he tries one skill mover outside the box shot, might as well sub him off and drop him for the next 2 to 5 years. I mean, that's just not true, is it? Phil Jones.
Okay, let me give this a little bit of context here, right? Okay, now because the thing is, once people make up their mind, they don't want to hear. It's Tommy called it quote mining. It's something that I used to say about Ben Rama. I used to feel that if Bowen went on a dribble and he lost the ball, Moyes wouldn't punish him. Ben Rama went on a dribble and lost the ball. then Moyes would punish him. And that's what I used to say. You know, I used to say that. So I think there's a little bit in there. But this is the problem that happens when you don't allow managers to bring their own players in. He's going to be naturally suspicious of him, you know. And do we know it for a fact? No, but there's enough of us that suspect that it wasn't a Moyes signing, that it was a David Sullivan signing, and that's what we suspected at the time. Might be true, might not be true, but I reckon half of us believe that, don't we? And I think this is the problem that you get. Go on, mate. Sorry.
I believe that. I'm just saying I believe that. That was not
okay.
David Moyes' signing. I believe it. Moyes even told us he preferred. Well, he didn't say he preferred Eze. He tried to say I wanted to sign Eze, but the money wasn't available, so I couldn't go get him, kind of thing. I think the difference between Ben Ram and Bowen. I know we're going off our tangent and stuff here, but there's a time and a place to try things. And I think sometimes I think that's the frustration Moyes has with Ben Ram. I think sometimes he doesn't pick the right time to try and bend into the top corner. It's a bit. It's hard, isn't it? Because he rescued the point against Brighton last season by a nice goal outside the box kind of thing. But, you know, he tries that 4 or 5 times a game.
The curls. Yeah, the curl into the top right corner.
He tries it too often and stuff. And I think sometimes Moyes gets aggravated because usually there's a better option on. I think if there's no other option, I think you can understand it. But I think sometimes there is another option on. There is a pass on, but he tries to do the magic, and he's not a magician, unfortunately. I don't know. It's a difficult one. It's always controversial. The worst thing is, I remember discussing this exactly a year ago about Ben Rama. A year later, we're still discussing the same bloody thing, which suggests something. It's not worked out. Otherwise, we wouldn't be discussing it, would we?
And Geo, as I said this, I'd have him on straight on. When we got through against Man City, it was him I was praising. I said he had balls of steel to take that last penalty like that, the technical excellence and the composure to do it, and I'd have him straight on the pitch if it went to penalties, straight on.
Have you got one?
Not in the cave. I can sort it for later.
Oh, rubbish. We can't kick the Spurs Muppet out because we need him for the video. Not a joke.
What Spurs Muppet?
I was meaning you, but never mind.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Why is there someone in the chat? Is there?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any. Charlie's usually on the ball. Jordan said he's terrified. It's going to be a scary watch tonight. Alan wants to see the Manscaped girl. Alan, we can't show her anymore because it's promoting Black Friday, and Black Friday's finished, unfortunately.
What I'll do is when I put up to the house, Alan, I'll tell her to come down and make a personal appearance for the review or something.
NJ's boyfriend is obsessed with Hammer's chat. He's a good man. Keep a hold of him. They don't come around very often.
We like NJ's boyfriend. We're welcome. What's his? He must have a name. Got a name, hasn't he?
Scott says that Villa fans love booing Gio, although he hasn't set the world alight. Our fans are fickle.
The trouble is, I'll tell you what, people get sick of it. Here we are again, quarter-final build-up, and I know some of it's our fault because we're answering the questions. Quarter-final build-up, and here we are talking about Ben Rama again. I mean, you know, there's so many good players in that team. It really should be about. I mean, Declan Rice, let's be fair, because I think the trouble is you hear it so many times. Ben Rama is the best player at West Ham. Ben Rama is the best player at West Ham. Ben Rama's he's not. Declan Rice is. And this should really be about him.
And it should be about him. James from the Anvil, James says that Vlasic started pleased him. He hasn't been bad when he's played. He needs a chance. Most of the things we're talking about Ben Rama now. That's our fault. My apologies. Right, back to the football, please. Back to the match. West Ham against Tottenham this evening. Let us know what you think about the lineups, how you see the game going, how confident are you? Confident West Ham's going to win, Gonzo? How are you feeling? You've seen the lineups now. What you thinking?
I'm just disappointed Ben Rama's not in the team. I've got a semi. Hopefully, I've got one coming. Hopefully. Ask me later, Gio. Ask me later if we've got a semi.
Poy wants to know NJ's boyfriend's name. I mean,
who NJ boyfriend name? It's Zuma Talk, that is. Zuma Talk.
I don't know, but he's taken, mate. You're too late. She's got him. It's done. Slimface says not too sure about Vlasic. He hopes he sees something today. Nick is looking forward to seeing Ashby start. He deserves his chance.
Absolutely.
Jack says if Diop does not one limp pass tonight, I'm getting straight on Twitter.
Is he not normally straight on Twitter?
I don't know. Zach says that.
Very rainbow laces, isn't it? If not, anyway, sorry, a big pun.
Zach says, not that confident tonight, to be fair, only because of our last few games. Keith says, I would have finished above 6. Is Rice a West Ham player next year? Oh, don't ask Gonzo. He's already worried. Is Gonzo. Rich D says that, so happy Ashby is given a chance in a big game. He's looked good off the bench. Mike's confident in our midfield. Reed says that one football has 3 at the back. What you got to say about that then?
Oh, it's a wonderful app. Hold on, are we one footballer? I don't worry about it.
No, just patron tonight. I use tonight as an opportunity.
Tonight is paid tonight. No trimming of the whatsits. No one football. Just get patron for your Christmas present if you wouldn't mind. Thank you very much.
Are you in the bath?
I'm not in the bath. How's he watching this in the bath? Has he got a camera in my bathroom?
I don't know, but Jefferson said he must do because he says he's watching us in the bath.
I'm glad I wore my Speedos in the bath then.
I'm glad I manscaped before I got in the bath then.
Got it too.
Kevin's had a tenner on a red Kane red card 100-1, looking for an early pressing from the PG.
Oh, he deserves it. He deserves that return, Kevin. He's a good man.
Do you know what impresses me the most, right? The fact that he's picked out 100-1. That is obviously only going to happen 1 in 100 times. But he's had a tenner on it. I see these on Twitter and I think, how have you put a tenner on a 100-1? You know, that's like a...
He's feeling Christmassy. He's feeling Christmassy.
Anyway, Sharky says, Twitter's always full of Arsenal.
I like him.
That's why Gonzo's left it. Carolina says, Vlasic is a slimmer Arnautovic. Can see the similarities in play. Obi's better gambling than Arnautovic and Kevin.
What's going on?
The Carolina says Vlasic is a slimmer Arnautovic, right? So I said, I hope that Vlasic is better at gambling what Arnautovic was.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck with the old flutter, Kevin.
Michael says West Ham to win 46-1. Ben Ramo off the bench to score 35. Oh, I thought he was giving me odds of 46-1.
No. Michael has said end of at the end. That's it. Fact.
This is a good point. Son coming on late against Ashby.
Ashby's not tired. Ashby won't be tired. He's not done anything.
Concern about lack of dead ball options, just Bowen's corners.
Yeah, true. It's true. Yeah.
Right. What we got next then?
Victor says Lanzini will take the right ones, won't he? Lanzini will take the right ones. I know he's not, but yeah, I think he will. Sorry, carry on.
Victor says Lanzini loves playing against them, while Gary says we get beat, he's going to piss off his Christmas. He hates them so much. I can feel it, Gary. I can feel the hatred in that.
He's not wrong. He's not actually wrong. I'm with Gary.
Luke says he's feeling the worst tonight. It says Merry Christmas to you both.
Same to you, mate. Same to you, buddy.
Sharky generously has chucked a fiver and he says Merry Christmas to you, Geo Gonzo, and everyone at Hammers Chat.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very kind. Thank you very much. David said, isn't Rice getting involved in free kicks though? He's got decent delivery. He has a bit. He's more and more getting more and more responsibility. He's tried the direct free kicks, Declan, but I've noticed a couple of deeper ones. He's been trying to swing it in. What are you laughing at? What have you seen?
Just Callum says, where is it? I'll probably muck it up. If we lose, Christmas is cancelled. I like that. But what a party we'll have if we win. Why? What kind of party are you going to have if we win? Probably not. Probably just with me having a cup of tea. Might let the kids have some sugar on their Rice Krispies. Because they banned Ricicles. They're gone now. I'm fuming. They were my favourite cereal. I know. Tell me about it. Hey, but they get rid of the Ricicle because there was too much sugar. It's just a Rice Krispie covered in sugar. But they keep Frosties, which is a cornflake covered in sugar. If you're going to do it. Be consistent. Bring back the Ricicles. Also, I think I had Ricicles. If I was to have my own Rice Krispies now, which is, as you said, Rice Krispies sugar, I think I probably put more sugar on the Rice Krispies because I'm unsure of the sugar quantity to put on to make them Ricicles. And to protest. Yes. I'll show you how much sugar.
Hey, I'm like Salt Bay when it comes to Rice Krispies. I'm like, well, I have a little bit of
Hey,
that
of
sugar across my Rice
there you
Krispies.
go, old son.
You were
Let's get
Rice
on.
Krispies and now
Hey,
you're Ricicles.
come
Merry
on.
Christmas.
Come on. Come on. Can you imagine if you were about to eat your dinner and you were tucking into your plate and that geezer came over and started, get out of it.
I'd be a bit worried because my burger has just gone from a £5 burger to a £5,000 burger. I'd be pretty concerned. I wouldn't eat it. But I said, no, you're right. I'm not eating that because I'm just gone up quite a bit, actually. I need a Bitcoin to pay for this, and I ain't got one of them.
Absolutely.
Right, let's have a little look at some more comments. Charlie's in the back waiting to come on. Frank says we'll retain the ball in final third and Antonio loses the ball. So I think he's saying without Antonio, we'll do better at retaining the ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. I'm glad you...
I quite agree with that, to be honest with you. Bowen, Vlasic and Lanzini has quite a nice little look about it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Alan's asking if anyone's spending Christmas with Spurs fans.
Gatesy is. His wife's a Spurs fan.
I'll tell you what, I've just seen something wild in the chat. Are you ready for this? It is wild.
Yeah. Go on.
It is wild. Actually, I'll get Charlie in. Is that wild? Charlie's going to be here as well. Charlie, ready for this wild comment?
Lay it on me.
If we win, I'm opening my selection box early.
Whoa. That is madness. That is... I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I hope it's a real selection box with like a crunchy and stuff. You don't want those little ones that come and it's like a curly whirly like that big. It's like your curly whirly's done. Those 99p ones ain't worth it. It's got to be a
they're worth 99p.
They're not worth 99p.
Do you reckon a Ferrero box of Ferrero Rochers is a selection box, but you just have to
Wait,
select
what were you
a Ferrero Rocher?
I thought you said a Ferrero prostitute there.
A Ferrero prostitute?
I thought that's what you
said.
say.
There's no such thing, is there? Can you?
You went to say it.
Are they $3.99 as well?
Depends where you go, guess. Unless Salt Bay puts salt on it, then she's a lot more.
They ruined the Ferrero Rocher prostitute.
£5,000.
Get out! You've ruined it.
Anyway, what was your question about Ferrero Rocher?
That doesn't matter. It's been stupid.
Maybe if you get Gonzo to answer your question, maybe if you get the ones with the different ones, you know, if you could get just the normal if you get just the
what's he got?
The normal gold ones.
Oh, that is a selection box of Ferrero Rocher.
If you get the ones with like the dark chocolate, the white chocolate ones, I'd count that as a selection box.
That is, you're right. Yeah. I forgot I even did that. What is the very dark one there? You're going to tell me it's dark chocolate and make me look like
it's dark chocolate.
Thank you.
You know, you're right.
That's Salt Bay's one. That's why you've not hit them yet.
It's
the least favourite ones.
I could see what's going on there. Are the white ones coconut or are they just white chocolate?
Both.
Coconut and white chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a Bounty Rocher.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They go instantaneously in this household.
I love it.
Happy Christmas, Brian Lee.
Brian says, happy Christmas, lads, whatever the result. Thank you very much. And there was another one. Thank you from Callum. He says,
thank you,
Merry
Callum.
Christmas, lads.
Merry Christmas.
Right, Gonzo, before we disappear. Oh, brilliant.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that.
No, nobody should be without one. Or at least a box at Christmas, I feel.
No, we don't switch off during the game. We're here right through to the final whistle, and then another video comes after that with myself and Gonzo, but we'll disappear in a bit. Gonzo, how are you feeling? What's your final words?
I'm actually quite excited. The video has given me a lift. Being amongst other miserable people has lifted my spirit as well. So now I'm feeling lifted by I don't know, just being around fellow West Ham fans, really. And I fancy we can do something, but whoever put the comment in earlier on about working hard and being up for it, that's pivotal at the moment. I've got every faith that West Ham will do it. Ben Rama will come on at the end and score the winning penalty. I know it's going to happen. Bring it on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well, to be honest with you. I'm pleased with the team that we put out. I'm a bit worried by the team Tottenham put out. I don't think there's going to be much between us tonight. I think it'll be a very close game. I wouldn't be surprised if I come on here and we say that we've just been beaten. I wouldn't be surprised if I come on here and say we've won and we're in the semi-final. But it's a massive occasion. It's a massive opportunity as well, actually. And I think if we win tonight, it gives Moyes permission, if you like, from myself anyway, to bin off the FA Cup when we come round and play leagues. Just put out whatever you want. Don't take it serious. We've got the Europa League. We'll have a semi-final in the League Cup and the Premier League as well. We need this because we felt a bit flat recently in a few games. We've dropped some points here and there as well. I think we need this win. A bit of a morale boost, a bit of a kick up the arse for a few players, and we go again on Boxing Day with the wind in our sails, if you like. But a defeat today is just one of those that'd be a bit gutting, actually. We always try and downplay the Cup a little bit to some extent, but whenever we come on and do the review after the Cup, regardless of who it's against, and we've had some embarrassments over the time, no less than the one in Wimbledon when Gonzo was famous on BT Sport with his snood on for 5 minutes. That one, I still got the meme on my phone.
Same.
But we've also come on and after defeats against the likes of Arsenal and stuff and just been gutted we didn't take it serious and have a goal, because football's about making memories, and we can make one tonight and give ourselves permission to dream about a cup final, possibly lifting the cup as well. You know, that's what I want. I want hope. I want belief. I want someone to look forward to. What do you always say, Gonzo?
And if you would like one of those snoods, which you saw me sporting so gorgeously on national television, you can pick that up at Hammers Chat Store. Oh, you twat. Oh, God.
Right.
Store.
Anyway, now score prediction, Gonzo.
1-0 West Ham, and then it'll go to penalties, and we'll win 5-4 on penalties. 1-0.
Yeah, I'll say 1-1 as well. Anyway, myself and Gonzo are going to disappear, but we'll be back full time. But don't go anywhere, because we're coming right up. It's Charlie Walsh with a watch along.
Thank you, Geo. Thank you, Gonzo. And thank you, of course, to Stuart Morris Accountants, your accounting professionals run by a West Ham fan out of Ilford. They hooked us up and they make the watch-alongs and a lot of stuff at Hammers Chat possible. A lot of stuff in my life possible as well. I can't lie, that money's very useful. But thank you very much to them. If you need that help, you're as bad with finances as I am. I haven't done my taxes yet. I probably should get them to do it. Business, personal, whatever you need. Thank you very much to Stuart Morris Accountants, and thank you very much to you, of course, for joining as well for this quarter-final match of the Carabao Cup. It's West Ham United versus Tottenham at New White Hart Lane, if you want to call it that. And it's big. It's big. It's big. Chris, thank you. Thank you very much. I was allergic to the plug. I wasn't. I just sneezed. Right, everyone, let's get started, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible. How confident are you of a West Ham result tonight? That's the first thing I should ask. No trim? No, not yet. Not yet. Obviously, the beard is gone, but the hair is going to stick around for at least a hot minute. I don't know when that's going. Ideally soon. Chuck, good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm going to be excited to have you on Two Spanners soon, of course, as well. If you lot don't know, of course, Geo promoted it, but it's in the way, the dono thing. There you go. There we go. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. I do a show on there called Two Spanners, One Hammer. Myself and Ray Borum. And Chuck's coming on soon, which is going to be exciting. We got a Sat coming on next week. We've got Chuck coming on week after. It's going to be big. It's gonna be big. Chris from Nashville's here. Good to see you, my friend. Confidence level 7, Hammers 3, Spots 2, big 5, 6. Man like Charlie out here, that Leonardo. You know what I'm saying? Boot, good to see you. 7, 6.5, 50 out of 50 says 50-50, not 50 out of 50. I don't know how I even managed to do that. I'm sorry. 50-50, fair. 5. Karma owes both Kane and West Ham. Carolina Hammer. I like that. I like it. 5.5, 9. What else are we saying? 3, 4, 5, 5, 4.5, 7 says Sharky. Love that, Sharky. Come on. 5, 3, 5, 7. Ooh, 10. It's big and it's live. Come on, Connor. Let's go, my friend. How are you? I hope you're good. Hope you're well. My birthday, bro, and all that. No bet on Lanzini this evening. That means a goal is inevitable. It's inevitable. It's Tottenham. Alan hasn't bet on him. That means one thing, and that means Lanzini's banging it, boys. Lanzini's banging it. Get hyped. 6. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Dave. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope you have a grand old Christmas. Wherever you and however you spend it. And to everyone else as well. We'll say it again after the thing, because I think this is the last one, but still. We'll see what happens. 2. skipping to the 70s, just quickly getting that phrase in there. Last chance, love that. It's sort of mixed bag of confidence today. There's some super confidence, and then there's some like tempered confidence, which is what you'd expect against Spurs, but also it's a quarterfinal. It's a cup quarterfinal, so you'd expect it. My friend Glenn's here. Glenn, good to see you. You have one job today, guys. Beat them. Plus, somebody tell Charlie to check his bloody DMs. I will do that after the match, Glenn. I set a timer on my phone, and then when my timer goes off, it'll be like, oh, what's that for? It'll be for checking my DMs. I apologize, Glenn. I am the worst. I'm very busy. That's the excuse I'm using anyway. Let's do that. So, some sort of mixed bags of confidence today. Like some hype, some not so much. Good to see you, Ray. Good to see you, Ray. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well. Never checks DMs. I try. Mulch, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Seeing lots of people talking about where they're watching the game from today, and of course, I should let you know that if you are looking for a place to watch it because you don't have Sky Sports in the UK, for example, where they are showing it, you should definitely check out the link in the description below that says join our Discord. You scroll down, it's there. You click on it, and it's a 3 community, lovely Hammers Chat West Ham community. Fans of all teams welcome though, and most importantly, on the left hand side, Streamlinks has what you're looking for. Shout out to Mulchmite as well for making that. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Mulchmite. Get on that Rocket League thing. Mulch, I've been doing a lot of work recently in events. That's one of my other jobs. I do event stuff. I did one for the Rocket League people, Psionics, the other day. So that was fun. Deploy the boys. Come on. Right, let's go. Let's if you haven't seen the teams, let's go for it before we hit up sub bingo, shall we? So, here we go. West Ham lineup as such. We have Areola in goal, Ashby, Johnson, Dawson, Diop, and Masuaku in a back 5, with Rice and Souček as a double pivot in midfield, Lanzini, Vlasic, and Bowen as a front 3. I'll be interested to see who starts in the centre there. Will it be Vlasic? Will it be Bowen? I suspect it'll be Bowen. We'll see what happens. But that's an intriguing one. The bench there being Randolph, Baptiste, Elise, Fredericks, Krau, Noble, Fornals, Ben Rama, Yarmolenko. So, it's a thing. Ben Johnson is back. Tottenham lineup as such: Lloris, Doherty, Sanchez, Dyer, Davis, and Reguilon in a back 5, with Skip and Højbjerg being their double pivot, with Lucas, Bergwijn, and Kane up front. We know a little bit more about who'll be starting up front, at least centrally in that one. And their bench, just in case you need to know: Galini, Royale, Roden, Tanganga, Winks, Lo Celso, Ndombele, Dele, Ali, and Son. So if you now you know the teams, and I'll put the bench up just in case you want to see it again. Let's do sub bingo, ladies and gentlemen. Sub bingo, of course, is the game where we guess when David Moyes will make his first substitution. I only need the minute. I don't need the sub, but you can lob it in there as well, and I'd love you for it. I'm going to go 69 minutes as per usual, and I'll say Ben Rama comes on. No, Fornals comes on for Lanzini. That's my bet. 69 minutes, Lanzini for Fornals. But you don't need to say the number. You just need to say the number. And we'll see who gets it right. It's an honor system. For now, we are working on a way of making it more than an honor system. Vlasic finally has his position. It's good to see Carolina. I will say that. I'm very happy to see Vlasic play. Vlasic start. I thought he's been really good of late. I think he's been worth starting, and to see him getting an opportunity is good. It's going to be a difficult game. It's going to be a very difficult game. They've got a strong lineup, as we've just been talking about in the build-up. We've got a strong-ish lineup, but we are also playing 5 at the back, which means we're going to be a lot deeper than we need to be. I'm concerned about this one. I can't lie to you. I am concerned about it. If we're talking numbers like previously, then I would say probably somewhere in and around the sort of 6 range. I've got some confidence, but I am also very scared. But in reality, I think he deserves it. He deserves it, but it is going to be a tough game. Especially, I think he's been good at creating from deep. I think he's been good. Creating sort of through balls, getting key passes, getting good chances created. I think he's been really good at that kind of stuff. And there's not going to be many options around him today. So it's going to be a rough game, a difficult game for him. But I'm very happy he's at least getting the start. I'm very happy he's getting the start. But yeah, again, that Spurs side it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. Vlasic in the centre is confirmed. Okay, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. Kieran, my friend, good to see you. Hope you're well and up at this incredibly early hour of the morning over in Australia. Wally's here as well. My G, my dude. How are you? You got new graphics. What's all this? Bean don't have these graphics. I don't know what you're saying, blood. I don't know what you're saying. Wayne says he's had paella for dinner tonight. The fornicator is coming on scoring. Come on, Wayne. Come on. Right, let's have a little making Rocket League money moves. Yeah. I impressed them because I can say supersonic acrobatic rocket power battle cards first time every time. And not many other people can. Right. Let's have a look at some of these sub bingos, shall we? 72, 68, 70, 62. Fredericks for Ashby. That's another great shout, Chris. We could also see Fredericks come on in an advanced position actually and try to defend more. But that's an outrageously good shout, Chris. I didn't even think about Fredericks coming on. 85th minute, 120th. Nick's going to extra time. I don't even think. Do we go to extra time? Do we go to extra time or do we go straight to pens? Do we go to pens? And I don't know, but I like it, Nick. I like it. Spurs have a strong team as Vlasic, a striker, will struggle for goals. It's kind of how I feel, Aditya. It's kind of Aditya is how I'm going to say your name. I apologize if it's wrong, but that's kind of how I feel. But some confidence. I'm excited for Vlasic. It's a big opportunity for him, a very big opportunity. 35, 80. 35, Glenn, flipping it. 80, 104, 74. 89th minute, Noble to take pens. Terrifying prospect after last time, but I'll back it regardless. I've got a feeling that something special is brewing, says Jamie. Love that. 5 at the back of defense to change, 4 in offense. We'll see. We'll see how it ends up playing out, I will say. 73rd, 62, 53rd minute and 36 seconds. Madman, I'm all tongue-tied. Good to see you. I hope you are well. I really struggled to read that. And I don't know why. It's 45, 59. Benny for Vlasic. Interesting. 63. The Croatian sensation is doing bits today. That's what I'm hoping, Lucas. That's what I'm hoping. 70th minute says Chuck. 77 Noble for Lanzini. 89 minutes Noble. Penalty taker again. It's probably a good shout. I'm assuming the penalty taker thing means we are just going straight to pens. There's no extra time. We'll see. But some big plays, and just to confirm it, nobody likes it. No one likes it. Luba Blues is the way I'm struggling to say that. Where's the cheese? The cheese is here. It's just in the fridge. I'll tell you why. Because last game we never actually belled. Okay, and I had the bell out for the entire game, and then I ended up eating the bell post-match. In a post-match depression, I ended up eating the bell, and it was all warm, and it was like it wasn't for me. So they're in the fridge, but rest assured, if we need the bells will come because they are ready. They are ready indeed. Will it fall here for West Ham? Might just be Carlton Car, Charlie. What, mate? I might just have to fake it. I might just have to get on the edits and make it happen, and then just play it in my head endlessly. What a boy Vazte was. He gets off and he's just head. Yeah, what boy. How big is that tree? Not big enough, Sharky. I'll be honest with you. It's about 6 something, between 6 and 7 foot. Not big enough is the answer. Not big enough. Right. So we are just over 10 minutes away from kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen. Which time should we talk? Let's talk score predictions, shall we? Let's talk score predictions because I think that will be interesting. We got some conflicting opinions when it comes to confidence levels. We've looked at our subs. We think we know sort of when and as they're going to come. Let's get to the scores. All right. Let's get to the scores because I don't know how this one's going to go, and I am very, very interested. I'm very, very interested. At what you're vibing, because I'm not sure. He eats the cheddar and drinks the Strela. Yes, I was trying to think of a UK shop name that rhymed with it, but Tesco, Sainsbury's. I'm just hungry, as you can tell. I'm just going through food things. I don't know. But I like it, and I'll workshop it in my brain and then forget instantaneously. That's what she said. Well, it's like, what it's like. So let's have a look at some of these score predictions, shall we? Remember, while we get those in, I should remind you that we are live all throughout the game, all throughout the build-up period, into the first half, half-time, second half, and then even a little bit after full-time, while Geo and Gonzo get ready for their live review, of which I will spam the link in the chat, so you don't have to go anywhere whatsoever. It's just easy. It's easy for you. I make it as easy as humanly possible. So stick around. This doesn't happen without you, of course, because I do this by myself. And so if you lot weren't here to talk to, it would be an impossible task. So thank you very much for joining. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, all of that good stuff. And remember, like I say, we haven't missed one yet. We haven't missed a watch along yet. Since we started doing them, I missed one last season, and that was because work happened and I couldn't do it. It was last December. Work happened, which meant I couldn't do it. Apart from that, I've done every single watch along for every single match day. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss one, and come and get involved. Come and get involved. I'm also just going to quickly change it officially to the watch along on the back end, because as per usual, I have forgotten. There we go. Now that's nice and done. Isn't that lovely? Right. So let's have a look at some of these score predictions, shall we? Areola uses starting spot right here, right now. I would be big into that. This could be a bit. That's another good point. This could be a huge game for Areola. A big performance could put him in very good stead. Seeing as we're resting Fabianski more and more often, and I know we've got a lot of games, so we would be, but seeing as we're resting Fabianski more and more often, it does denote that, age is getting the better of him. We've just seen him retire from international football, earning maybe a starting spot and potentially earning a contract. We'll see what happens, though. 2-2, 5-4 on pence to us as Madman. Yes. Do you miss Lingard? He got us to 6th place. I don't, West Ham Ultras. I wouldn't complain if we brought him back, but I wouldn't say I miss him. I'm working in the butchers in the run-up to Christmas, literally bringing home the bacon-made carbonara. Look, carbonara is a beautiful thing. I flipping love a carbonara. But, mate, Mark, thank you for you're just out here doing bits, giving the people the meat they need. Do you know what I mean? Vlasic up front could be genius. We don't know what he's going to do there, and we're irons. The Spurs won't have a Scooby. It's a good point, Wayne, to be fair. It's a good point. I ain't got a foggiest. But that's not weird for me. I'm usually stupid like that. 1-1, irons and penalties. Love that. 1-1, and Areola put his blinder, saving Kane's penalty. There's lots of draws and pens going on. 2-2 pens to the Hammers. West Ham 1, Tottenham 3. I mean, it's not Arsenal. Tottenham should be easy. Come on. Look, I'll back it, Glenn, because you did beat us quite handily. So I'll back it, and I'm fine with that. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to Glenn, because he's a good lad. But the sass, bro. The sass. But I'm fine with it. I am fine with it. It should be easy. I don't know why I'm worried about it. It's a fine day here in New Zealand, says Tauranga. I've butchered that. I apologize. So 2-0 West Ham, but I love the prediction, and I'm jealous of your location. I can't lie. 2-2 Vlasic and Dawson. 1-1 full-time, 4-2 win on penalties. 1-0 Vlasic Screamer. 3-1 win. 2-1. 1-1 West Ham win on pens, but only if the tree lights come on. I haven't turned them on. They aren't just dim. They're just not on now this time. 1-1 on pens, West Ham. 2-1, 1-1 on pens. There's a lot of 1-1s and penalties and draws going on. I honestly can't figure out at all. How I feel about it. I'm really genuinely quite concerned and just baffled. I've got no clue. How this is going to go. So a lot of draws, I'd probably agree with that. I think it's going to be low scoring. I'll say 1-1. But I don't know. And pens I back us. Pens I actually genuinely back us. I think we've got good penalty takers, but we'll say 1-1. That's the bet. Adam's coming through with his 11 for the day. It's a big one. It's villains, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 4-4-2. Goalkeeper is Bane. We have left back Voldemort, centre backs Kruger and Voorhees with a right back of It. Love that. Left midfielder, the T1000. Centre mids, Dr. Evil and Loki. Little mischievous CM combination. Right wing Joker. We have Thorpe Free, which shouldn't work in a 4-4-2, but they're villains. They'll cheat. I'll back it. Left wing, we have Dracula. Right wing, Thanos. Striker, Vader. And then up in on the bench, Losso, David Jones, and Magneto. Love that, Adam. Love that. I also like the fact that the villains have cheated and have gone for 12 people. But I would expect that. It's like when Dick Dastardly and Muttley cheat in Wacky Races. It's like, what were you expecting? They're called the Mean Machine. You know what I mean? Also, a cheeky David Jones shout out as well. Would I rather get a centre-back or an attacker? I would rather get an attacker. West Ham Archers. 4-0 Spurs. 4 Harry, says Amber. Amber, that's an outrageously large shout. I disagree with you, but God, I hope you're fine. Charlie needs some help. Scott is sat next to me and being boring and won't join the traditional first comment. Scott, hello. How are you? Do what you want, bro. I ain't here to force nobody to do nothing. Just know that hello. Just know hello. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's have a little start on that. It's a very weird taste in that today. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. High scoring game? You think so, Jamie? I don't reckon so. I don't reckon so at all. Carl saying 2-1 from Cape Town. Good to see the South African contingent in. 1-1. If West Ham win 2-1, you get a haircut? Nope. I'll get one eventually. It'll happen eventually. It was just not yet. And because we are 3 and a bit, because we have 3 and a bit minutes left, I'll tell you what was I going to say? I'm going to say something. What was it? I don't know. It's gone. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, on something where I literally, apparently, I can't think of anything. I just can't. My brain. Where are you watching from tonight? There we go. Let's do that, shall we? Something's just popped into my brain. Where are you watching from tonight? I'm watching from a very cold London. It's been very cold. It was so frosty this morning. I thought it was snowy outside. I looked outside and it was green. It was like white, and I was like, flipping out. Was it snowed? No, it was just the frost. That's how cold it is at the moment. That's how cold it is. So where are you watching from tonight? It is live, of course, on Sky Sports in the UK, so I'm not expecting too many wild people, but we'll see what happens. Not sure beyond at halftime, Charlie, so enjoy the game and hope you have a great exercise. Thank you very much, Alan. I appreciate it. You too, and obviously all your fam as well. Hope you're all good. I hope it's a big dub. No beard, no love. I respect that. I respect the no beard, no love beer. Fancy one? Maybe later. But I do respect the no beard, no love thing, Scott. I genuinely do. I think that's acceptable. Talk about eating the orange, Charlie. I've got oranges in. Their oranges exist in the house for once. So worst comes to case scenario, say the bell doesn't happen, maybe we orange. I don't know. Maybe we do that. Where are we talking? We're talking Australia. We're talking Southampton. We're talking Alberta, Canada. We're talking the UK. We're talking Scott Sofa. Love that. Enjoy the game, says Chris. Enjoy the game, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you enjoy it as well. Remember to come back if you want for the full-time review and just see what 2 people actually know what they're talking about. Say. We had a glorious sunrise, red sunrise. Pablo, I'm jealous. We didn't have no glorious sunrise, but like I said, it was very frosty, which I backed. Cold and grey in the Motor City. Big up P-Gads. He's out there doing bits right now. Western Supermare. Hope we don't have a mare. I haven't been there in many years. Used to go there a lot as a child. Seeing as I did have family in the West Country, I used to go there a lot, but not for a long time. Down to the mare. Pitch black, cold, wet Van Loss is how I'm going to say it, Lassie. But good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope things are all good in Northern Europe. Hope you've got a bucket full of baby birds, Charlie. I think we're going to need it. We do have a few English. Merry Christmas to all my fellow Hammers Chat people. Yeah, let's just say it now. Screw it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Of course. I hope you have good ones. New Year and all that good stuff as well. Obviously, happy holidays. But listen, enjoy yourselves. Stay safe, whatever you're doing. Big plays in that. And this will be a beautiful Christmas present. But we're a couple of minutes. We are a couple of seconds away from kickoff. I will of course put my the timer on, so you know just how far behind I am. And once more, just in case you haven't, if you are looking for a way to watch the game because you haven't got Sky Sports, there's definitely ways you can do that. Potentially in the comment section below, I would recommend having a gander. Potentially in the description below, I should say. You should definitely have an gander. But there we go. We're about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. I will, of course, press play on the timer so you know exactly how far behind you I am. We'll be a little bit far behind because that's just how technology works, unfortunately. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just one of those things. You have the YouTube delay. You have the definitely not stream delay, all that good stuff. But hey, it is what it is. I'm in the car with Chris Rio. We're driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas. It's a banger. It's a good song, Albert. It's a very good song. Enjoy yourself. Has Moyes dropped Antonio and pawned off the beer? But no, he unfortunately reportedly has caught COVID-19, so he's unavailable today, which is a shame. which is a shame, but it's not been dropped. Not been dropped. Broha scored 4 goals and he's only 20. Yeah, I think is that the Broha for Southampton? He was very good against us. I thought he was brilliant against us. Quite jealous that we don't have him. Bournemouth, dark and cold. Just I mean, well, then you'll be happy then, Stephen. You'll be happy then. West Ham will destroy Spurs. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Let's get that confidence levels going. I don't know if a winner in the last minute will be destroying, but I'll take it. Look, a win I'll take. Ultimately, I just want to see a good performance. After our last couple of games, our last month, 2 months, all I want to see is a good performance tonight. That's my main thing. But realistically, as long as we get a win, this is a quarterfinal of a cup. That's all that's necessary is a win. So however it comes, I really don't mind too much as long as it does. The teams take the knee. Time is about to commence. Tottenham to get us underway, and we are underway at New White Hart Lane. It is Tottenham Hotspur versus West Ham United in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Come on, you Irons, deploy the boys, all that good stuff. We need this. This will be big. This will be big. Interested to see how we work with 3 at the back. Interested to see how both teams adjust to that kind of thing. An early big diag from Kane goes out for a West Ham free. Interesting. Let's see what happens. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Joseph. Amaris, I was saying 1-1, but lots of draws coming through in the chat. If anyone hasn't put their predictions in, let Amaris know. I'm interested to see, like I say, how the double sort of 3 at the back ends up playing out. It never used to work for us, so I'm interested to see if it does any better now. Interestingly enough as well, I'm interested to see how this front line works without Antonio when we were playing this formation or some variation of it last season. Of course, Antonio and Lingard were with us, and they were both mega in form at the time. We don't have Antonio, who wasn't in form anyway, and we don't have Lingard, so I'll be interested to see how that also plays out. But look, it's a big game. It's a big game. Can you go into the future by 1 minute and 1 second? I wish I could be. Yes, just tastes off. Don't know why. I'm gonna bun that off. No more tea. No more tea because that just tastes weird. Spurs early doors trying to play a little cheeky through ball, defense splitting pass just straight into the hands of Ario and not a stress. Ben Johnson, centre back, of course, today in a back 3. We've got Ashby on the right, and then we did Ben Johnson in the centre back, the right centre back slot. As Højbjerg goes off with a bloody nose, I'm not sure what happened there, but he's shoving a bit of tissue up there. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how he plays out in that position. Will he manage? Will he manage it right? It's a nerve-wracking one for me, but I think he's got what it takes to do it. But it is what it is. They should be arriving soon. It's one of those ones where it should be arriving soon. I would say pretty fast. Pretty fast. But they should be arriving soon, hopefully, Jamie. Antonio is not playing. He's out with Corona, unfortunately. Reportedly Corona, I should say. Was in Tewkesbury Weatherspoons this evening talking to another hammer. He wasn't confident. A Guna bartender was taking a piss. Yeah. I think Spurs go down on the edge of the box. It's Mora. He ends up pulling it back for a foul ever so slightly earlier, but still a very good position for Tottenham. Still a very good position. It was Lucas Moura who picks up the ball. He manages to get past. So Souček and Declan Rice go in for it. Souček clips him. Declan Rice then clips him a second time, slightly closer to the box, but he was already falling down. So it's going to be a free kick to Spurs in a good area, a very good area. We're talking about 25 yards from goal, maybe a bit more, but definitely within shooting range, depending who's taking it. It looks like it's going to be Eric Dyer to take it. Ariola giving the instructions to the ball. Ben Johnson, Declan Rice, Souček, Diop, big boys in the wall. Eric Dyer goes to hit it. Off the wall. Eric Dyer's had a weird career, hasn't he? Eric Dyer's had a very weird career. Good evening, Lord Charles. Good evening, Kevin. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Jeffrey's here as well. Jeffrey, my G. Hope you're well. How are you, Jeffrey? How's the US of freaking A? How are you? Good. Wow. I wouldn't trust me with a paper. I wouldn't trust me in any context, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I wish this was Nuno's team. My God. Oh, they've just done a shot on staying at distance covered in the Premier League this season. Under Nuno, they were 20th, and under Conte, they've gone up to first. That shows the sort of difference he's managed to get out of this team. And it was one of those situations, a bit like Barcelona to something like Lanzini with an early big dive in. Jesus Christ, on it was Højbjerg? No, Doherty. Spurs was one of those situations, a bit like Barcelona to me, to some extent, where, to be honest with you, it was a good team to come in and take over. Like, sometimes you look at the teams you're taking over and you're like, what are you going to do with this? There's a reason why they're faltering so much. But like I'm looking at the Spurs side and they've got so many good players. All it took is someone to come in and fire them up in a specific way and they'd be fit and fire. And that's what Conte's done, to be fair. Jared Bowen trying to take on Spurs defending, who just stop it completely. And West Ham a free kick very high up the pitch. It's Højbjerg who goes down and they basically have a free kick on edge. Spurs are up for this. We are really delaying ourselves. We're really lackadaisical on the ball so far today. Just so slow, and Spurs are capitalizing. They're just jumping on us every single time. You see it when we're trying to play the ball around. They'll just be on top of us instantaneously, just getting to it, just snapping to it. And it's quite frustrating, to be honest with you. It's quite frustrating. Because we need to be quicker. We've been doing this quite a lot recently. It's good interception from Declan Rice. We've been doing this a lot recently where we've been trying to pass the ball around or taking just a little bit too long, dilly-dallying, just nowhere near as sharp as we need to be, nowhere near as fresh as we need to be. And I think it's because, I think it was, who is it there? Just wobbled in position. Whoever their number 23 is, I'm not sure. Bergwijn, that makes sense. Wobbled into a position into the middle of the park there to take a shot. He just sort of kept going. There was no one really trying to stop him. And he takes a shot straight into Dawson. He gets the block. It's a corner for Spurs. Bergwijn's gone over to take it. A corner. You would hope we'd be good from corners, given our attacking record, but that's not a certainty by any stretch of the imagination. Whipped him. Diop's head, not convincing, but he gets his head to it, and Areola comes and claims it. Rumor that we're in for Dele Alli. I've heard this. I don't know how I feel about it. Pardon me. I don't know how I feel about it, but that is true. As Jamie says, Spurs probably wouldn't sell to us regardless. I think it's probably an easy one. And I don't think it's a surprise that it's coming out around the same time we're hearing that Lingard's not going to join. We'll see. I'm kind of happy Antonio's isn't playing. He needs to sort himself out. Yeah, I agree. It's obviously a bad reason. And hopefully he's completely fine and isn't suffering any ill effects. Hopefully he's asymptomatic and everything else. But yeah, it sucks that he's not. But it's good that he sort of needs to step out a little bit because he's just not been good enough. He just has not been good enough in any way, shape, or form. I'm very out on that deal, honestly. Yeah, I think most people would be. I think Dele Alli is one of those players where in form he's absolutely brilliant, but he hasn't been in form for a long time. And my bigger concern with Dele Alli, I would be more up for signing Dele Alli, be it at West Ham or anywhere else, if I was a manager of any club. But he hasn't shown under several managers in a row now consistency that he showed earlier in his career under Poch. And at that point, I get alarm bells start to ring because there was a little bit of time where he came in and was doing really well, but it really was a little bit. It wasn't very good at all. But if that had happened and he'd come in and had been an ex-manager and all of a sudden he'd shown up like he was doing, then I'd be a lot more for it in general now. Wijnaldum, though, his potential, I would be very, very, very for that. It's not a priority for me, that position, but if we could get Wijnaldum, then yes is the answer to that question. Yes. Free kick for West Ham. I've had to change channels. Oh, I've changed channels and I've gone significantly further forward in time. And I've got to zoom in on Declan Rice, who I assume shot and it didn't go in. We'll see. But it was a free kick. We'll see what happens. It's 0-0 regardless. 0-0 regardless. Big jump forward. I'm probably going to be a lot closer to you now. I'm like 30-something seconds ahead. What time to be alive? Opinions on Fornals? He's our second best player. Next question. I think he's brilliant. I think Pablo Fornals is one of the few players in our team that would quite... I think Pablo Fornals could walk into any squad almost in the world. I think he's so good. I think he's our second best player. I love him. I love him dearly. There we go. I didn't see it, but there's your review of the free kick if you're missing it. If you're missing it. Ashby trying to get a cross in. Looked very one-footed. Didn't really... Was trying to just bend it into place, but couldn't. Tottenham tried to break away with pace, and they do have some very fast play. You're looking at more of Bergwijn, very, very quick, but they couldn't quite do anything there. And Lanzini picks up in deep, does well to sort of sneak around a player back to Rice, who's forced very, very, very far back to Diop. All the way back to Areola. Good stuff. Love that. Who needs attacking intent? Do you think Lungo will come to us? No. No. I think he'll leave on a free transfer, and I don't think he'll be to West Ham United. Now, Tottenham have been forced all the way back, trying to play the ball around. Interesting. I'd probably say Tottenham was slightly better so far today, but it's certainly not by a huge distance. Although that is a great ball through for Harry Kane. Harry Kane's through, hits it. Good save by Alphonse Areola. Harry Kane hits it first time with his left foot, his weak foot, tries to hit it back across goal from a slightly awkward angle. It would have taken a lot to score from there, to be fair to him, but he does hit it very well and our target. And Areola, moving in the opposite direction, manages to stretch back and get a good hand to it. West Ham maintain possession from it, from the save, from the palm away, but it was a good save by Areola there. Yeah. I'm very excited about the Jonathan David links. He's very direct. His stuff will translate. I think it will as well. I don't think there's any... I think there's a 0% chance we get him. But yeah, I would be incredibly excited if it were to happen, to be fair. What are your score predictions? I said 1-1. I said 1-1, Christian. There was a lot of other score predictions, though, in the chat. If you scroll up, you'll probably find them. Good ball over the top there for Reguilon, for Spurs, who lays it short. Bergwijn back to Reguilon. Whips it in. It's not a bad cross, but there's no one in the position he played it in for. And it lands all the way at Masuaku, who passes it straight off the pitch. Shock. Yeah, not good. Not good. Spurs take it quickly and try to work their way forward. West Ham aren't... defensively maybe aren't there yet tonight. Again, we've changed formation, but I just don't... we're still looking relatively organised, but I don't feel as defensively sound. Declan Rice, flipping heck. No nonsense tackle by Declan Rice there on Oliver Skip. Just dove in. He says he won the ball. Referee agrees with him, or says at least says it wasn't a foul. It was very little remorse from Declan Rice. That's what they call a reducer in the business, ladies and gentlemen. Oliver Skip on the ball just pings it forward, and as he's pinging, Declan Rice just slides in with absolutely zero hesitation, clears Skip out. I don't see him get the ball in the replay, to be fair, but it is what it is. Souček plays it now out to Declan Rice, who finds himself out wide on the left-hand side somehow. Flying forward, tries to get it into Jared Bowen's feet. He manages it in an awkward position out wide, plays it back to Lanzini. Arthur Masuaku, maybe a bit further forward for crossing. But he's got the ball here back to Declan Rice, Masuaku. We're just trying to find some space down this left-hand side, but Tottenham have shifted over well to stop that. Declan Rice switches the play over to Ben Johnson, who has to retreat a little bit to collect the ball, but finds Ashby, lays it short nicely to Nikola Vaslic. Nicola? However you want to say it. Souček loses out under pressure. Vlasic battles to win the ball back well. Out wide to Harrison Ashby, who's going to want to try and cross this ball. Oof. It's a free kick. It is a free kick to West Ham. Reguilon there tried to dive in on Ashby just to stop him from crossing the ball. It was the only thing he could do, to be fair. And he just doesn't get any of the ball. He gets all of Ashby, goes down. It wasn't deep. It shouldn't be yellow. A beautiful pass for Harry Kane. We're seeing in the replay there for the shot he had, which was saved by Ariella. But Lucas with an unreal pass into Harry Kane. He does really well to shape it and shoot first time. But well played. It's well played. But a free kick basically by the right-hand corner flag. This is a corner in all intents and purposes. Jared Bowen steps up to take it. West Ham have all the big boys in there. Souček, Dawson, Diop, they're all here. And they trying again for that front post, that low trajectory front post cross, which doesn't go well again. But West Ham battling for it just on the edge of the Spurs box, can't quite manage it. It's annoying that we keep doing that because it doesn't work. But, what a thing. Mora trying another good threaded pass, but Craig Dawson does very well to stop that. He's looking good. Ashby isn't bad. I feel like he has potential, says Mean Kid. Yeah, I agree. I've really liked what I've seen of him. It's not quite. It's a difficult game today, but it's a great opportunity for him, and I hope it happens. It's just so difficult because we have 3 other right backs ahead of him. For him to see like he gets any opportunity. But I've really liked what I've seen of him so far. Rice has limited defending duties tonight because of the number of defensive players already back, and this has freed him up to create. That's true, Jeffrey. I agree with that. Judas, my trustworthy friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're all good. What do you say about Ansu Fati? Can we get him? We just can't get him for any amount of money. It doesn't matter. How much money you pay for him. You're never getting Ansu Fati at West Ham United. It's just not happening. Unless his career goes significantly downhill, it's not happening. Todd. Hope you're well, Todd. Hope you're good. Hope Boston's going well. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff, my friend. Hope you're well. Lanzini holding the ball in a good position, finds Masuaku wide on this left-hand side by the touchline, who's trying to just take it past Doherty. Can't. West Ham forcing their way back. I tell you what, they've defended the wide areas well. So West Ham corner from across from off Masuaku to flex. Spurs have defended the wide areas quite well tonight. Whenever we've had they know as well as we do that we're going to try and play down the wings and try and get crosses in. And what happens is every time we sort of go down there, they shift across and you have almost just a line of Spurs players along the touch line, just on the inside, enough space for the corridor for West Ham to be in, but just line of them just stood there waiting to try and get forward. And it's giving us a lot of hesitation in those areas. We aren't getting forward anywhere near as well as we should do because of it. It's giving us pause for thought. It's good stuff. Lanzini to take a corner out on the left-hand side. Puts it in. That's better. Punched away by Lloris. It was bending into the net. It was a much better corner, in my opinion. We weren't going for that first man. We were just putting it into dangerous areas, not just trying to do this front post nonsense. And it ended up probably going in if Lloris doesn't punch that away awkwardly. But yeah, Spurs are defending well. Us, not so much. But Spurs, yeah, they're doing well. Ooh. I want to see. It's a good thing Jeffrey was talking about there, about the idea of like Declan Rice getting further forward because of less things. I want to see Souček further forward as well. I want to see Souček in and around the area. Like now, Masuaku's on the ball on the left, tries to take it past Doherty, tries to play it in. He does find Vlasic, who swings. Oh, it was decent. This was the sort of thing I'm talking about. We get another corner when Masuaku's out on that left-hand side or Ashby's out on the right and they've got an opportunity to cross. I want to see Souček in and around the area, which he very much was that time. But Masuaku does really well to just play it into Vlasic. You have space. Little cheeky Cruyff turn does Eric Dyer like he's no tomorrow. And then Sanchez does well to get the block on the eventual shot. It probably wouldn't have gone in, to be fair. But it is a corner. Out on the left-hand side, put in once more by Lanzini into a dangerous area. Diop's there, punched away by Hugo Lloris. And West Ham can't quite keep it in. It's going to be a Spurs throw-in out on that right-hand side. But yeah, looking all right from those couple of opportunities there. Vlasic looking decent. Yeah, I agree. I think he's showing it. He's showing it. They are making mistakes. Mistakes are good. Again, strongly agree. What else are we saying? Just finished work. How are we doing? Good to see you, Curve and all. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing okay. I think we've grown into the game a little bit. We're starting to get a lot more opportunities. We're starting to get a lot of corners. I think Spurs are defending well, and it's not like we're slicing them open or cutting them open with any sort of succinct accuracy, but we're certainly creating opportunities for ourselves. But we do have to be careful because Spurs are doing exactly the same. There was a notable Kane opportunity which Areola saved. It would have been a difficult thing for him to score from there, given the tight angle. But Areola does force a good save. But they're showing a lot better. They're showing a lot more ability to slice us open like that. But we'll see how it ends up playing out. But I think we're doing all right. Where is it? I can't see it now. Oh, there we go. Pings on Craig Dawson. I think he's very, very good. Reguilon out on the left-hand side. He's doing well. He's doing well against Ashby. Does manage to get the cross in after Masuaku went up for the header, but the eventual one from Doherty wasn't very good, and it's straight into the hands of Areola, who again, it's nice. He just plays it quickly. Dawson. I think he's decent. I think he's underrated. I think he has a mistake in him. I think that's the one thing most people would say is he has a mistake in him, and I think that's fair enough. But I think actually he's really reliable, and especially when you're talking about just someone who's essentially a squad centre back for West Ham. He's not starting for us or anything. He is a squad centre back. I think he's as good as you can find. I really do like Craig Dawson. Maybe I rate him higher than other people, but for example, D Swiss Sport saying he's a defender, which is true. Craig Dawson is criminally underrated. Yeah, I think that's fair, but that's how I would say it. That's how I would say it. Oh, they're bells. There are bells. There are bells. They are locked away in the fridge. If necessary, we will bell, and we will bell effectively. But there are bells. It's been end-to-end, this game so far. A lot's happened. There's been no goals, and there's not been a horrendous amount of good shots. But it has been very end-to-end. Doherty wins a free kick against Arthur Masuaku, who is very angry about this fact. Doherty was trying to take on Masuaku. He gets the initial block. Doherty pushes him away. Arthur Masuaku looks to try and get the block, just treads on Doherty's foot. I don't know why you can complain about that one. I think that's a free kick as the day is long. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Time for a random question. What is your favorite chocolate out of a tub of celebrations? Favorite chocolate out of a tub of celebrations? I mean, Maltese is the obvious one, right? Maltese is the obvious one. I'm going to say Maltesers, but I think that's obvious. Outside of that, I love a bounty. What are we saying, Madman? Give me I need the info. Free kick for Tottenham in a more advanced corner position. Bergwijn with a dummy. Then Reguilon tries to whip it in off the wall. Bounces far away. Kane pulls it back. Tottenham maintained possession of the ball, even though it was quite a poor free kick in the end. They're all the way back to Højbjerg on the halfway line, who plays it all the way back to Hugo Lloris. We've done well after that. I mean, it was terrible. Not a great free kick from Tottenham. Not that we've been much better, but, not a great free kick from Tottenham. Let's be real. Oh, Kane, first time pass. Oh, that's disgustingly good from Kane. And it's a goal kick after Masuaku's very angry there. I think it was Reguilon who's the one who ended up picking up the ball on the far end from Harry Kane and tried to laugh it off Masuaku, who's very annoyed by this fact. I don't know if he catches him. He saw it. It looked like there might have been contact. I don't know, but it certainly went down theatrically. Let's say certainly went down theatrically. What's Nani doing nowadays? Is he still playing or did he retire? I believe he's still playing. I'm not certain about that, but my gut says he's still playing. I could be wrong. But as far as I'm aware, he was playing in... Wasn't he playing for Orlando City or something? He was playing in... I might be wrong, but I think he was playing out in America at some point. I don't know. Oh, it's well done by Tottenham. Skip trying to charge forward and Thomas Souček just tells him no. Kane tries to maintain possession quickly, lays it out wide back to Kane centrally, but with a lot of people ahead of him and a lot of West Ham bodies who do get the block. I think it's Souček who gets the block and Areola collects it. Again, it's tight. It's tight. Galaxy Travel when it was in there. That's a great shout. Any Galaxy's good, really, if we're being honest about it, aren't we? If we're being real about it, Galaxy Caramel, it's just good stuff. It's just good stuff, you know? It's just good stuff. Do you think we'll be able to get Van der Beek because he's totally leaving Man U? That one's more realistic than some of the other names that get banded about, like Jonathan David, for example. I think it's more realistic. No, I think he'd probably... I think Donny Van der Beek's stock is higher in Europe than that. I think he could get a bigger club than us. I'd love him. I think Donny Van der Beek was a brilliant player before he moved to Manchester United, and I think he's shown glimpses of it at Man United, but not enough. It's just a bad transfer all around, wasn't it? But it was nice. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have all a good one. Swear Nanny's moved to a new club. I don't remember. Real Salt Lake, says Nate. I'm assuming that's where he's at. That would make sense. Just out here doing bits. Just still living his life, you know? Masuaku trying to just drift past Spurs players. None of whom have tried to get even close to him there. And his passing was bad. It was bad. Bowen has taken the more central position. Out of him and Vlasic, yeah, it does seem to be Bowen sort of more centrally and Vlasic on the right with Lanzini on the left, if you're interested. Don't know how I feel about it. But then again, I don't think changing it would make any sort of significant effect right now. I just think both teams aren't playing up to the highest of standards and need a bit more zest in their play, need a bit more verve. Because it's just not quite flowing enough yet. Chances are being created. We're getting them from corners. They're getting them from open play by and large. But you just feel like there's a little bit lacking in it. It is end-to-end. And if you said to me at halftime it could be 1-0 to either side, I would believe you. I think both teams have shown the capability of scoring so far, but neither have shown full whack. And I think although early doors, there was a lot of pressure from Tottenham. Every time West Ham even had a second on the ball, they were just instantly on top, just trying to get it back, trying to win it back, trying to capitalize on any heavy touch, any awkward pass, anything like that. They have sort of slowed down a little bit since then. They've slowed down a little bit. They aren't looking as energetic as they were in the early stages, and I don't know whether that's because we have got in a couple of times and won some positions in good position. Kane does really well there. He's got one opportunity on D, hits it, it's blocked. Spurs still have the ball in a very good position here. West Ham are sort of a little bit of 6 and 7s. They've managed to get some sense back. The ball plays in. Souček just gets a mild foot to it. They're laying the ball around now. Tottenham looking for someone to take a shot. They can't quite find it. West Ham have regained their shape relatively well there. After Masuaku just not diving in at all, West Ham are really hesitant once you're in this position to come to you and step to you. But that's a really nice ball through to Lucas. Hits it back. Højbjerg, Lucas. It's Bergwijn, sorry, not Lucas. It's 1-0. They played it through. They just played it through. It's that exact thing we were just talking about. They had the opportunity. They've shown they can do it. They've shown they can find those difficult passes into the middle, and they've done it well. It's Spurs 1, West Ham United 0. And you can't say they don't deserve it. You can't say you can't. And it was really well done by Bergwijn. The ball inwards, by the way, from I'm not sure who it was. Maybe I'm not sure who it was, but it was a brilliant ball into Bergwijn. And I think it's Højbjerg. Who then charges through to play it in, lays it back to Højbjerg, and then Bergwijn, who finds himself free in the area, slots it home well, first time. Really nice play from Spurs. It's in. It's 1-0. 1-0. Souček and Lanzini are absolutely shocking. Maybe. I don't think they're having good games. Too many ball watching. There was a lot of ball watching going on there. A lot of ball watching. But that's what we do. That's what we do when we get deep into those positions. We ball watch. We don't tend to try and step to people. We try to let them have as much of the ball as humanly possible. We don't. Oh, flipping heck. Hugo Lloris with a save. Out of nowhere, a very, very deep cross into the path of Thomas Souček, who came flying in, hits it. Great header. Let's have a look at the replay here. Ben Johnson collects the ball, lays it short to Nikola Vlasic, who I thought should have played it out, but instead he whipped in a beautiful ball, and Souček attacking it, gets his head to it, ahead of Davinson Sanchez, and Hugo Lloris with a flying save. Fair play. Fair play. Fair play. Ball whips in for the resulting corner. Souček can't quite get there. Vlasic on the far side can't quite get there either. He wins the ball back, though. He wins the ball back just out wide, plays it back in with his weak foot. Again, he's looking for Souček. Oh, my flipping Lord. He forces another save from Hugo Lloris. Just as we were saying that Thomas Souček was maybe struggling a little bit, his attacking output has gone through the roof with two incredible headers. That one I thought was nothing. I didn't think you could create something from there. Deep ball in, and Souček moving backwards just rises above both Spurs defenders on top of him. I think it's Dyer and Sanchez, headers it, and Hugo Lloris having to backpedal, just palms it over, just gets it as high over as he can. And West Ham have another corner, this time from the opposite side. Jared Bowen steps up to take it, and he plays it deeper this time. The header over from Craig Dawson. A good period of headers there all of a sudden from West Ham United. We've had opportunities before in this game. It's not like it's been all Tottenham or anything. There have been a couple of opportunities, especially from corners, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, West Ham have three very good opportunities in a row. That one from Dawson, definitely the worst of the three of the opportunities. It just went straight out, but still. Oh, West Ham win the ball back quickly again. Vlasic hits it from range. Bowen shifts it onto his foot. It's 1-1. It's Jared Bowen. Get in. Come on. What a finish as well from Jared. That was flipping heck. That all happened instantaneously. A brilliant finish from Jared Bowen. Shifts it onto his right foot and absolutely slots it home. I need to see the replay to see exactly what happened there, because all of a sudden West Ham just reacted brilliantly. A short goal kick from Lloris to Dyer, whose ball under pressure from Bowen does really poorly out. West Ham recycle possession. Vlasic goes for it from range. It ends up at the feet of Bowen, who just spins Dyer, whose original awful pass gives it to West Ham, spins him in and around the area, basically on the penalty spot, shifts it onto his weaker right foot, and then just hits it the opposite side. Come on. That is a brilliant finish. Fair play, Jared Bowen. Who needs Mikel Antonio? Who needs him? All of a sudden, it's 1-1. Flipping heck, Clark. That is Clark. That was a brilliant finish. What skill. So good. Vlasic unlocking the key. He's getting there. That's the sort of stuff we would see Mikel Antonio do when he was in full form. And now he's not. We haven't seen anything like that in such a long time. The ball, it was a little bit fortunate. I think it was a shot from Vlasic that ends up at the feet of Jared Bowen. It wasn't a great shot, if we're being fair. If it was a shot, it felt like a shot. I would be surprised if someone tried to claim that was a pass. But Bowen, he has a lot to do from that position. Dyer is tight to him, not touch tight, but he's close enough to make it an issue. He just shifts it onto his weaker foot and then slots it on the opposite corner. Beautiful stuff. So good. Will it go to penalties if we draw? Yes, it goes to penalties, Minkid. There will be a winner tonight. Bowen's on fire, and he's dating Danny Dyer. I'm going to go with the PG one there. But it's beautiful stuff. Bergwijn went for a shot from range there, deflects off West Ham's defenders. All of a sudden, this game has become very active very quickly, and Bergwijn does really well, plays it into the box. Flipping heck, it's now two, and that is Lucas Moura. I said it. All of a sudden, this game has picked up. It just come to life out of nowhere, and Spurs have scored. It's the third goal in very, 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 very quick succession. Flipping heck. It's good from Spurs as well. Exactly what they did with the first one, just slowly working their way through the lines. And the initial opportunity from Bergwijn was just I don't know why he took the random shot, but a little jig inwards, outwards, finds his way past it, then slots it across the area. Ben Johnson can't get there, and Lucas Moura arriving late into the box. Great movement from him, to be fair. Lanzini just drifts, Bergwijn just drifts past like Lanzini's like he's not there. Lucas arriving late, round the back. I'm not sure everyone even knows he's there. Slots it home. Underneath Areola. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. I mean, this game has come alive in a big manner. In a big manner. Ben Johnson winning the ball back. High up the pitch. Bergwijn just drifted past Lanzini in the build-up there like he wasn't even there. Bergwijn, who's having a good game, to be fair to him. He's having a good game, but that was poor. And defensively, like I said, we haven't been good enough. Declan Rice just losing out on the ball. Completely unforced error there. And now Tottenham trying to play it through the lines again. Those fast wingers, man, they are scary. They are scary. Vlasic instead picks up the ball, does well to find Bowen, plays it back to Vlasic. Lanzini's out on the left-hand side. He's found. Bowen's drifting into the centre. Vlasic is a little bit deeper, but centrally as well. You've got Declan Rice on the far side. No, it's Thomas Souček who's trying to find... It was almost 2-2. I thought it was Declan Rice, but it was Thomas Souček arriving late, and he is doing exactly what he used to do last season. That arriving late into the box, finding really good advanced positions. Lanzini jinks inwards onto his stronger foot, and he put in a beautiful pass to Thomas Souček. And it's a really good block in the end by, I'm not sure which Spurs player it is. I think it's Oliver Skip maybe, who just puts it wide, and it's a corner for West Ham United. Bloody hell. Whipped in from the corner, looking for that front man. My thing is, no. Stop. No, please. It could be a goal. It's probably not. I'm looking at the chat. There's no reaction, so it's probably not. But my thing is... It wasn't a goal. It wasn't a goal, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, we're back. It wasn't a goal. Wasn't a goal. Is the timer correct? Yeah, roughly is. Flipping, it's just exploded. It's just exploded. I don't know what's going on. David Moyes is screaming at the fourth official. Chris Kavanagh, referee, is getting his yellow card out. Let's see the replay here. It was a counter-attack from Spurs. Harry Kane's coming forward. He's in the centre circle. Someone goes down off the ball from Jared Bowen. Conte's angry as well. Don't know. We'd have to see a closer replay. I can't see it. Haley, good to see you. I hope you're well. Hope you're all excited for Christmas, like I am. I hope you're good. 3-1 Leicester. Flipping heck. They're all going mad. Fouls committed 8 from West Ham so far. That gives you some idea of how the game's going. Spurs have committed 2 fouls. We've committed 8. It's a yellow card for Jared Bowen during that passage of play, by the way. Now, Spurs pick up the ball, try to do something with it. Conte's always angry. You're not wrong, mean kid. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Game's calming down a little bit slightly now. I mean, you'd say that there were like 3 goals in like 5 minutes or something stupid like that. So obviously there hasn't been a goal for 5 minutes. It's a bit calmer. Yes, of course. But it just the play is a little bit slower. Tottenham trying to just speed it, just slow it down a little bit, a bit more tranquilo, a bit more aseneo in their play. Just a little bit calmer, which will benefit them. It's weird. You look at their team and you think, you've got Bergwijn, you've got Lucas. These are counter-attacking players. These are people who can fly forward with a lot of pace and a very dangerous counter-attack. This is a really good opportunity for fired across from Ben Davis from Spurs. Couldn't quite manage it. Lanzini picks it up on the far side, turns around, plays it back to Arthur Masuaku in a dangerous area. Back to Lanzini. Rice, Lanzini, they do well. Rice's pass was not good enough. Can't keep it in. And goes out for a West Ham throw. you'd think with their players, Lucas and Bergwijn, this is a purely counter-attacking dangerous side. And don't get me wrong, they are very dangerous on counter-attack. We've seen that. But they're very good at picking those passes and opening up the space. Much better than you'd probably give them credit for otherwise. I think that's something you've got to respect about this Spurs side, is they can do it both ways. They can definitely do it both ways. And they've shown that in this game so far today. Both of their goals have come from just finding their way through a deep opposition, not counterattacks like you would suspect with Bergwijn and Lucas. Jared Bowen now leading the line, trying to start that press. He's calling people on to help him with it. Not much commitment from West Ham on that one. Sanchez with a ball over the top, looking for Bergwijn, who was offside. Who digs it over, to be fair, he digs it over Areola really well and would have slotted that home, but he was offside. Mixel just woke up here in Oz. Yeah, it's very early for you guys, isn't it? It's very early for you guys, but I hope you're well. How's Ben Johnson doing? Is he playing right centre-back? He is playing right centre-back. Chat, how do you feel like Ben Johnson's doing? I think he's not been great, but I'm interested to see what everyone else is saying. I'm interested to see what everyone else is saying on that. Fred's asking, who would you want to come on now? We need something special. Ben Rama? I mean, ultimate Ben Rama for now is we want a bit less hesitation in the passing. I think we changed from the 3 at the back. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working at all. I think they're still pulling us apart quite easy. They're still getting through relatively easy. So in my opinion, I think we changed to 4 at the back. And then we'd bring on Fornals or Ben Rama, go for the 4-2-3-1 and try to put it on them a bit more, because I don't think it's. Look, we should be better defensively given the formation we've done, but we just aren't. Oh, that's a really good opportunity. Good tackle by Craig Dawson. Last second. He's having a good game today, to be fair to him. And flipping it. West Ham switch off again. It just can't happen. Jared Bowen wins the ball back in a good position and plays to Thomas Souček. Lanzini's out on the left-hand side. He tries to find him. He does. It's a little bit overhit. Is he going to make it? He's not. He's not going to make it. It's too overhit from Thomas Souček. But the idea was there. West Ham just switching off. Kane with a really nice first-time pass in. Whipped into Bergwijn, who just tries to take it around Dawson. Dawson reads that and goes, do you know what, mate? No, you can't. I'm not having it. And then you just see him G'ing the boys on. I tell you what, Dawson's playing good. Dawson's playing well, I think, today. Good morning. Thailand time. Already press the like button. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're a Leicester fan. Well, you're welcome here regardless. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You're welcome here regardless of what team you support. But I hope you're well. Hope everything's going well with Thailand for you. Love that. Thailand. Big place. Big place. We're just not awake enough. We're just not awake enough. Big boot forward from Lloris, and Kane manages to almost get control back, but he fouls Dawson in the D-up. Fouls Dawson in the build-up, not the D-up. Game's calmed down significantly now. Got a bit more low key. Mad 10-minute period is well and truly over, and we're back into sort of the normality of the period before, where Tottenham are on top. They're getting more chances, and we're struggling to sort of play through the lines. I think Declan Rice hasn't been good enough. I think he's done all right defensively, but his passing's been a bit iffy. I think Souček's not been good enough defensively or with his pass. Well, his passing's been okay, but he's not been good enough defensively. But attacking-wise, he's been a huge outlet for us in getting into those good positions. Masuaku and Ashby just haven't been in the game enough, really, in an attacking sense. I think defensively I think Masuaku hasn't been there. I don't know what Ashby's really done, but I don't think they've attacking-wise been in the game enough. And I think if we're being honest, that's because Spurs have defended the wide positions really well, like we were saying early doors. Dawson's having a good game. Diop's not having a particularly great game. Areola, I think, is doing well, or I think he's not outrageously good, not incredibly good, but he has made some important saves. And up front, you're looking at Lanzini. I don't think he's played particularly great. I think he's been a bit poor, to be honest. Jared Bowen, I think, is having a good game. He's trying to make a lot happen, but again, there's certainly an isolation at times for West Ham where we're just outnumbered at the back. And I think Vlasic is doing well. So it's a mixed bag. It's not as bad as it might feel when we're losing to Tottenham at half time, but certainly we could be better and we should be better. Arthur Masuaku trying to create something from the left-hand side here, trying to take on Doherty. He's done well defending against Masuaku today, to be fair. He's a very difficult player to defend against Masuaku because he is so good on the ball. Vlasic does well to turn, tries to get it past Oliver Skip, can't quite manage it. Finds Masuaku, tries to bend the ball in, not into a bad area, just not deep enough, but not into a bad area. Yeah, it's a mixed bag. It's a very mixed bag from West Ham today. Some okay. I think you look at it and you'd say the best performances, yeah, you're playing all right. I think, but by and large, we've just not been good enough, and I don't think the five at the back is working at all. We aren't getting our wing backs into useful positions, which is what you need from a five at the back formation. You want to get those wing backs as high as possible to support the play forward. It's one of the reasons you should be playing that, pardon me. We just haven't done that well enough, and equally, we've not defended anywhere near well enough. We've got more people at the back. We should have extra defensive cover in theory, and it's just not happened for us. I'd be tempted to change it. Do I think he will? No. Declan Rice tries to whip the ball in. It's too far ahead of Harrison Ashby, who was the most advanced player there out of nowhere. It's straight into the hands of Hugo Lloris. Do you change it at halftime? I don't know. I would be tempted to. I don't think David Moyes will. But yeah, 2-1, you can't say it's working, is what I would say. But we'll be interested to see. Gio will come on in just a moment. I hope, because I need to pee. So I hope he'll come on. But Gio will be on in just a moment, and we'll maybe ask him his opinion. But yeah. Kane trying to get his way forward, puts it back across, and Areola just gets a hand to it. It wasn't under, I don't know if he needed to, but he managed it anyway. And it's just punted away, trying to hit Jared Bowen, but I don't know how accurately we were trying to hit Jared Bowen there. And it's Tottenham regain possession. This is West Ham just aren't in form, are we? Let's be real. We're just not in form. And we're coming up against a very difficult Tottenham side in a cup quarter final who've seemed very up for it. We're just not in form. It is what it is. Defenders poor this eve. Yeah. I'm seeing huge gaps in communication on runs, resulting in players not knowing who is there, who is where, and therefore not trusting their assignments. Confusing. Strongly agree with that. Strongly agree with that. Bergwijn getting another opportunity here. Plays it out to Reguilon. Tries to whip it in. It's a good block by Harrison Ashby. Goes up for a throw. Corner, halftime whistle will blow in just a moment. And there it is. The halftime whistle blows. It is West Ham United 1, Spurs 2 at the White Hart Lane. You know what I mean? Not good enough. Our ability to defend is made more frustrating by the fact that Spurs are there for the taking this evening. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think they've been particularly great defensively, Spurs, and I think we could take them on. I think we've seen at times that we can do it. It's just we haven't. We just haven't. Vlasic has been good, says Adam. What do you mean? Yeah, I agree. I think he's had a good game. I think he's looked lively. He's created. When we were having that period of big possession, he was a very important part of that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's having a good game. I think he's one of the brighter spots. If you were to rank our players on the pitch, the 11 players, I think he would certainly be higher up that list. 4 else for Lanzini. I don't disagree with you, mate. I don't disagree with you. In fact, I probably strongly agree with you. Let's have a little click on that. Put me on left back, says Hammer Ollie. Well, maybe this man. Maybe Geo wants to play left. Geo, do you want to play left back?
Hey, I'm left footed, to be fair. I'm halfway there.
There you go. That's all we need, really.
Potential.
That's all we need, really. Talk to me. How are you vibing?
I'm all right, actually. There's definitely more goals in the game, possibly for both teams, which brings its own problem, I guess. But I'm okay with it. I think we're giving it a go. I think some players are playing good. I think 1 or 2 players aren't playing as well. Same can be said for Tottenham, though. I think one of them two players are playing fantastic. They've probably got the best player on the pitch, unfortunately, and he's making the difference at the moment. But we're still in this, and even though we're getting beat, I think I'm more happy what I've seen from this half than I have from the first half from West Ham for quite a while, actually. Brighton and stuff like that. I've sort of come on a bit, not very confident that we're going to score. I'm quite confident we're going to score in the second half. It's been a while since I felt like that. So, yeah, I'm all right. Despite us losing, I feel like we're not beaten, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think by and large, I would agree with it. I don't think we've been good enough still.
Got the wrong score.
I would make
there.
Sorry?
The wrong score down there.
I didn't type it in, did I? I'm an idiot. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think by and large, I don't think we've been good enough still. I don't think it's not West Ham back to their best or anything like that. But like you say, it's definitely better than it has been for a while. I don't think the formation's working. I think they're getting in too easily. They're literally passing their way through it with relative ease, which they shouldn't be doing with a three at the back. Our wing backs are next to non-existent most of the time. I think I think Tottenham, to their credit, have defended really the wide areas really well. There was times I was trying to explain it, I don't know, effectively before, but there were times where we would have the ball in those wide areas where we want to have it, where we want to start just pinging crosses in, and they almost create just like a corridor of Spurs players just between that and the touchline, just stopping. So West Ham are in the area, but they can't really do anything with it. You can see how hesitant they are. We're not really getting into those positions really well, and it's frustrating because we're obviously playing three at the back. So you think, oh my god, we're going to have wing backs. We're going to be, if anything, we should be more effective at crossing than we usually are, if anything, because we're going to have people there whose roles is almost designated to just cross the ball, and it's not happening anywhere near enough. Apart from that mad 5 to 10 minute period where everything all of a sudden happened, where we were pinging in crosses and they were great and they're scoring and we're scoring. And apart from that, I don't know. I don't know if I would change the four at the back, but for me, I just feel like it's not quite clicking, despite the fact that, like you say, I do agree with you. This is significantly better. Well, not significantly better, but it just is better than we have been for a while.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's the formation. I think it's the personnel. I think you've got it's Masuaku's crap, isn't he? We're generally hoping he mishits a cross and something comes off it. We're actually praying he mishits a cross. It's got that bad, but they target him again. Arsenal did it. Arsenal targeted Masuaku, and you're foolish if you don't watch. When you come to play a team, you watch the last few games and stuff. If you watch the Arsenal game back, if everyone can see, especially in the first half, they just went after him and they got success out of it. You'd be foolish not to replicate the same thing. And it feels like they're doing a little bit of that tonight. Lanzini is at fault for both goals, different ways in both goals. But, he's been asked to almost help out Masuaku to some extent for the second goal because he's just terrible. He's a terrible footballer. But we've got Fredericks on the bench with a playing left wing back. Possibly not, but I would possibly play Ben Johnson there. But then in case the question is who goes centre back, would you play Fredericks centre back again? Probably not. Would you play Ashby there? Probably not. So this is where we're in a bit of a problem at the minute, and this is where the injuries are coming in. However, if he wants to be ballsy about it, I'd probably take Masuaku off and I'd probably put Elise on.
I agree,
Or Baptiste if he just wants to move Johnson over so that you don't have to shuffle the whole back three, put Baptiste on so he can go on the right of the back three and put Johnson left wing back and get Masuaku off. That's the change I would make at halftime, Charlie. I'd get Masuaku off and put Baptiste on and move Johnson to left wing back because he looks all right going forward, Ben Johnson. He looks okay. He's willing to have a go. He's strong enough or whatever. But what it does do, if Spurs are targeting Masuaku, it may not be, but let's just say he was. If you put Johnson there, so well, what are you going to do now then? What's your plan now? Because we've just taken the weak guy off. The guy that you're going to have to, we've just removed him from play. Now what you're still going to chance it with Johnson, or are you going to start spreading play a little bit more? And the worst thing is, I'm kind of glad they're targeting Masuaku because I think they're stronger on the other side of the pitch with Regulion. I think he's the better attacker. So I'm actually pleased they're going with Doherty. But I don't know. It's just frustrating. There's some good performances out there. I think some of our players are playing really well. I think it's just a case of just tightening it up a little bit and hoping for a little bit of luck because both teams have had a little bit of luck. All three goals has been poor defending in areas by different people. And Spurs' first goal, and there's 3 or 4 West Ham players culpable for that one, just polish the performance a little bit, and we can still win this. I don't think we're out of this yet at all, despite being 2-1 down. I've got a feeling that we could get back into this.
I agree. All right, we're back in a second.
Cheers, Charlie. Right, live chat. Let's see what you're all saying. Mr. Pickle says Vlasic needs to go, while Javi saying Vlasic is a workhorse and he likes him. Mark saying Bowen, quality footwork. I do agree with that one. I liked it. Lou says that Souček's been very unlucky this season. He has been. 2 world-class stops from ladies back-to-back as well. When you're Souček, you must be thinking, what now have I got to do here to score? I think the second save, though, was more Lloris's wrongdoing. He's sort of a yard away from his goal, isn't he? He's backtracking. He's got tip over the bar. So it's sort of poor goalkeeping positioning originally, but the save is still absolutely fantastic off the back of it as well. Dawson missed a bit of a sitter, though, didn't he? Got to be doing better with that header. I was pleased to see Rice get in the way of Hugo Lloris for that header that Dawson got, because 2 or 3 crosses and corners that we had, like Bowen's free kick, Lanzini's corners, Lloris was punching them. And they were sort of last-ditch punches by Lloris. It all felt a bit scrambly from Tottenham's perspective, but he was getting there, and I don't like that. Usually that's Antonio's role. Usually Antonio goes and stands on the goalkeeper, and I thought Bowen was in the area, but it wasn't really interfering with Lloris, and I'm aware that sometimes referees blow up. Actually, I think there's more evidence in the past 2, 3, 4 weeks in the Premier League. I know it's not a Premier League competition, but still a Premier League referee. But I think there's been more evidence recently that referees are not giving the goalkeepers as much protection as they used to. Too much protection, in my opinion. So now it's fair game. I would just like to see us utilise that a little bit. So for Dawson's header, I was pleased to see Declan Rice stand in Lloris's way and say, no, you're not coming to punch this, actually. I'm going to stand here and someone else is going to get it, kind of thing. I want to see that in the second half. I want people on Lloris's toes from set pieces, because they are on point. Look, Lanzini, Bowen, not Declan Rice shooting from 40 yards, but the rest of them have all been brilliant. It's just we need to stop the goalkeeper coming out to get them, kind of thing. But I think Lloris has been the best player in the pitch, along with Bergwijn, unfortunately. For West Ham, unfortunately for West Ham. Lucas thinks Souček and Lanzini have been very poor, and Carolina says we're going to win it. Uncle says that, let's be honest here, Moyes is letting the team down by playing Masuaku anywhere on the pitch, let alone a left wing back. Scarborough agrees with oneself. He says that Dawson should have scored 100%. Jonathan says good headers from Souček. Apart from that, he's been pretty poor. He's struggling a little bit in the middle of the park, isn't he? I'm surprised he's not been booked so far, Souček. If you do like a little punt like oneself, I don't think it would be a silly bet to do. Souček get booked in the second half. He's got away with it so far. A couple of bookable tackles in there, and also Højbjerg's determined to get him the yellow card. I don't like it when players run after the referee pecking away, but it does work sometimes. And Højbjerg, every time Souček coughs, Højbjerg's there saying, oh, get him in the book and get him an LFT test as well. He doesn't actually say that. He's not even coughed, but you know what I'm trying to say. He's put pressure on him. Lewis says, how much better do we look than the Arsenal game? We look like we're in this game. We can push on, so win it. I agree with that. Completely agree. Nick says, put Jensen on the left and bring Fredericks on. And Ollie is saying that we don't deserve to be behind. They are so jammy. Hate it when people blame Arthur. He's a wing back, not a fullback. The problem is, Martin, I agree with you, but he's playing wing back tonight. So your own rule of thumb, which is he's a wing back, then he should be good tonight then, surely. He's in his good position, right? I don't know. He's wing back this evening, so I don't know. Callum said he's not too worried. We're very lucky not to have about 4 players on the booking. I agree with that. The referee's in danger of losing the game. The one booking has been for Jared Bowen. That come from the 4th official. Scarborough says that Rice has been poor and he feels he's trying too much. He needs to relax. He can run this midfield. And Frank says that Souček isn't mobile enough. The funny thing is, when we played Tottenham earlier in the season, I felt in the first half that Rice and Souček struggled. The first half of that game, I felt that I don't think it was Skip with Højbjerg. It was Højbjerg and someone. I think it was Højbjerg and Winks in that fixture. I thought they ran the game for the first 45. And we changed something. Can't remember what it was, but I remember praising Moyes for doing it. We changed something at half time. And we completely dominated the midfield in the second half. It might have been bringing Lanzini on or something. But Yes. James says he fell out this game. Yes, he's back this weekend. He's just suspended for this one. He's just suspended. Joe said he'd rather have a ghost at left back than Arthur. Keith says, agree with all the comments slating Lanzini and Masuaku. Both been piss poor, but collectively I think our defending has been shocking. Ben says, guy can't play anymore. Trash for 2 years. 1 in a million shit crosses goes in. Was the worst thing to happen to us. I assume it means a cross. Nick says, Liverpool possibly going out, Chelsea being hell. We should really be going all out to win this. That's a good point, that. Arsenal's obviously in the quarter-final. Liverpool are definitely going out. 3-1 down to Leicester so far. And the team they put out shows what Klopp thinks of the competition. He is not arsed. And Chelsea, team Chelsea put out shows that Tuchel is also not arsed about this competition as well. So it's a really good opportunity for someone like West Ham or Leicester to go on and win it. Not that Leicester need it per se. They've won the Premier League. They've won the FA Cup last season. So they're doing well, Leicester. They're picking up trophies, but we need to pick up some trophies. Iron says Rice is covering on the left for our poor left back. Antonio touched the ball against Brighton. Regulion was not interfering. I'm unsure. I'm unsure what you're referring to be honest with you. Gary says Lanzini doesn't track back. Bring on Fornals and FedEx from Masuaku, but Spurs look up for this. We look up for it too. I agree. Mr. Pickle says Masuaku was bought as a left back from Olympiacos, so people say he's not one. He is. He's just a poor one. Ben thinks Souček's been class. Ian says at least it could be a shout with Diop on the ropes. Fred saying this is the best chance of silverware this season. And Iron saying that FedEx has done all right at left back before. He has done all right at left back before. Simple as that. I agree with you. Where was I? I've seen another one. I can't remember. I've missed it now. I've missed it. The thing is today, I think, regarding the second half, I think we've looked a bit ropey defensively. I think they've all been ropey defensively. I thought Dawson's been caught out a few times. That ball that Lucas played in behind Kane, fantastic pass. But Jesus, just watching Dawson run after it was criminal. I think Diop's been sloppy at times in there. I think Ben Johnson's been poor in possession, especially. There's been a few simple passes that he's failed to make. Ashby looks all right, I guess. He's not done anything wrong. He's not done anything outstanding. A couple of nice tackles from him. Rice and Souček, I think, have struggled as a pairing, but I don't think they're playing bad. I think they're doing okay, working really hard, both of them. It's not an easy game. It feels like today, in the first half, it feels that the game is very stretched. It feels very, very end-to-end, and it's hard in the centre midfield when the ball's just gone from one end to the other. It's hard to get a grip of the game, I think. Aviola, I think he's doing all right. I don't think he's done anything wrong. I don't think he could have done anything for either goal, to be honest with you. The saves he's had to make has been pretty straightforward. He's looked okay. He's not really had to do much. Get a Christmas tree. I mean, I have a Christmas tree.
Get a Christmas spirit, Geo. Come on now. Get some joy.
If I didn't have a Christmas tree, hypothetically, and I got one, I wouldn't be putting it in the corner here anyway. You know, I think this is a bad location for a Christmas tree. So it wouldn't go here.
You've not got a lot of space. You've not got a lot of space, to be fair, in that little.
No, I'm trying to promote all the merchandise stuff. You know, I've changed the man. I gave him a snood. Put snood on him.
It's winter. He needs it. It's cold. It's cold up north. Do you know what I mean?
I'm still in t-shirt, me. It's not quite jumper weather for me. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I'm still in t-shirt as well, but listen, I am unashamedly Charlie underneath. To be fair,
global warming is a bad thing. But I'll tell you what, it saves me a few quid on jumpers because I don't need them anymore. So I'm just like t-shirt.
On the old heating bill, it's good. You know, they've just risen across the country, so having a bit of, you know what I mean, let's raise that just to lower the heating bills a bit. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to put it on as much. You know, it's useful.
I'm saying global warming saves me $1. Just saying.
I'm not complaining. I am complaining, but specifically when I look at the bill, not complaining.
There will be. How many years have I done it for now? 3 years, I think now, Charlie. You joined me for one of them.
I think I've joined. I don't know. Have I joined? I joined for 2. I think maybe. I can't remember if I did.
You didn't do last year.
Yeah, I didn't.
But you did the 2 before that. So 3 years now. I've done this. 3 years now. I've done a video on Christmas Day, and I'll be doing another video this Christmas Day. Time to be confirmed. I don't know when. I don't know if I'll be sober. I may turn up absolutely wankered for it. Arguably, it'll be more fun. But I will do an hour-long video on Christmas Day. So people, if you don't like it, if you don't like Christmas Day like myself, or you just want something to do, you can tune in. You can tune in if you wish. Right, Charlie, I'm going to disappear in a minute, but I just said to the chat there that I think Masuaku's crap. We're playing all right. I think we're going to score again. Been very impressed by Jared Bowen up front. That first half, bad news for Mikel Antonio. Moyes confirmed Antonio was positive last week, so his isolation actually started before the Norwich game. So he's actually back, I think, for the Crystal Palace one on Boxing Day. Good news. Bad news, though. Jared Bowen's looking a better striker than him, and he's played up front for 45 minutes and scored a goal. Bad news for Mikel. So I think...
Brilliant goal as well.
Yeah, fantastic footwork to get it, and then to send Dyer back to Portugal and finish it with his weak foot. That's a striker's goal. That is a striker's goal. So
yes.
Happy days.
Thank you for joining, Gio. I'll see you at full time. Enjoy yourself.
Sure.
And if you've enjoyed hearing someone actually talk about what they know as opposed to me who just chats nonsense, then make sure to come back at full time, of course, to hear Geo and Gonzo do their full-time match review, of which I will spam the link in the chat for you all to have a little gander. The missus is buzzing at the thought of watching you on this day. Sure she is. Ray, my G. Hope you're well, bro. Subscribe. Ray's good. Subscribe. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. And not enjoying Spurs beating us. So, second half has begun. No substitutions as I saw it, at least. No substitutions as I saw it, but definitely we need a change of attitude, a change of pace, maybe. As Gio said, it has been better than recent, but still not good enough, in my opinion, by any stretch of imagination. And I think despite playing 3 at the back, we've let them through a little bit too easy at times. So hopefully we can step up a bit in the second half, and we seem to be. We've got a lot more people in a much more advanced attacking positions right now when we have possession of the ball. Although Spurs now break away, they just pass it through so well, just keeping possession and flying with a counter-attack. Reguilon's in a good position here, couldn't quite be found by Bergwijn on the follow-up, but it is what it is. Spurs continue to have possession of the ball. Bergwijn, Kane looking back to Bergwijn, straight into the feet of Declan Rice, who can then just stride away with the ball. And I want us to be more lethal in these positions when we're on the counter-attack. Vlasic finds Bowen, who drifting wide just as much as Mikel Antonio ever does. Don't get me wrong. But I want to see us be a bit more clinical. We've gone all the way back to centre-backs again. I want to see us, faster, quicker, more into. And that's why we were talking about subs before the halftime whistle came. That's why I'd be looking towards a Fornals or a Ben Rama, just because they're a better passer than the ones we've got on the pitch. And I don't necessarily mean Vlasic, really, because I think he's doing pretty well. But they're a lot more. They're capable of doing one-touch passes, getting in and around people quickly, maintaining that forward momentum, which we keep losing. It's frustrating. Enjoying it so far. Cheers, Charlie. Good. Cheers, Brandon. Appreciate that, bro. That means a lot. Let's have a massive second half. Yes, Suburban. Come on. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Baby Bellet, just had my coffee. Well, look, I did get them at half time. We do have them here. So if we get calls for the bell will toll. Ding ding, for whom the bell tolls and all that, Must be bell time. Is it bell time? Yeah, this is what you lot tell me. We've got 2 calls for bells. If we get some more calls for bells, we'll bring it up. Not sure how Diop can't make a 2-2 pass. He's never been a great passer of the ball, to be fair to the guy. Bless it. He's never been a great one. Oh, custard cream or jammy dodger? Bloody hell, man. That's a disgustingly large question. Custard cream. Oh, do I believe that? Yes. In general, custard cream, but I do love a jammy dodger. Oh, we've got some. Pull the trigger early. Not yet. Bingo time. Need a 60-minute bell. Ring the bell. Not time for the bell. Christmas time. Don't let the bells end. We're not going to bell. There was enough pushback on the bells there. It was a very 1-for-1 argument. Charlie released the Kraken. We'll leave it because there's been a lot of pushback on that. We'll leave it for a couple of minutes, maybe revisit it in 5 to 10 minutes again. There's a good ball in by Masuaku. That wasn't a bad cross. It's just Jared Bowen in behind and not in front of the player. But sleep listening to this. Good job, Charlie San. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sat, of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to Sat, by the way, the Pocky Punk. Does banging videos. Also, will be on, of course, 2 Spanners, 1 Ham, and a Hammer Chat Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you. Next week, I believe it is. Next week. Is it next week or the week after Sat? I can't remember, but whichever one it is, I'm very excited. I'm very excited, as was Ray. I was speaking to him about it. So that's going to be good. West Ham starting this half the better of the 2 sides. West Ham definitely starting the better of the 2 sides. Putting a bit more pressure on Spurs, getting in and around a bit better. Lanzini just dribbling his way into a hole there, but thankfully Højbjerg decides to take him down. That tea tastes weird, so I've gone for a hot chocolate in the hopes that will do something. They are molten hot chocolates though, all time. So it's also just a water one as opposed to a milky one, but we move. 27th is this week. Yes, come on. I'm hyped for it, Sam. Played in from the court from the free kick. Terrible, headed straight away again. Johnson has the ball in a deep position, finds Masuaku. He has so much space. Just go forward. If we go... how have we not gained space from this opportunity? And Lanzini just punts it into the box. How did we not gain yards, if you want to put it that way, from that opportunity? There's so many opportunities to play the ball forward there. There was so much space, but just a little bit of pressure forced both Johnson and Masuaku and Lanzini into awkward things they didn't want to do. We should have been better than that. Drop a cheeky like to watch Charlie destroy the belt. It will get destroyed when it happens. Bella Max, we win 4-2. I'm not eating the wax. Irons J. I'm not doing it. No, not doing it. Are you a marshmallow and a hot chocolate? I can be a marshmallow and a hot chocolate guy. It's a good opportunity for Spurs. Pulls it back across off Lucas. And we get a free kick to West Ham for a handball. But flipping heck, that was close. Bergwijn plays it out to Doherty, who whips it across. And it's Issa Diop, who just flying backwards, just stretches his leg out to get an all-important touch. Otherwise, Lucas could have been in there. And it hits up onto Lucas's hand, and it's a free kick to West Ham in our own area. But still, I could lob some marshmallows in there. Not currently, but I could do. We don't have any marshmallows in the house, but I'm not adverse to it. I will just happily eat the marshmallows, though. Do you know what I mean? Just get through them quick. Are you guys going to do a half-season review? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Potentially, I don't know the plan yet. We haven't thought too far ahead. Not going to lie. We haven't thought too far ahead, but potentially it's something we have done frequently in the past, so potentially. Ashby trying to get forward, couldn't quite find the space there. It was well dispossessed by Tottenham. But West Ham's pressure does well to get West Ham a throw in an attacking area. Stinks across. It was a good ball into the box, but again, just no one quite there. But it was a nice idea. And Spurs' counter-attack ends up with the ball at the feet of Areola as West Ham try to go again. This has been good from West Ham so far. Not unreal or anything, but certainly decent. Just making a nuisance, putting the pressure on, getting in good positions. Better than usual is how I would describe it. Better than we have been for the first half, potentially. Getting there slowly. But yeah, it's been decent. Played out wide, looking for Diop. Rice, who again finds himself very far out on this left-hand side consistently. I don't know whether he's there to cover Masuaku or not, but he's there all of the time, it feels like. Oh, it's boiling hot. Why did I do that? Bring forward. Vlasic is pressurizing for it. Now he's chasing it down. Spurs calmly trying to deal with it. Play the ball out. Looking at the second half possession there, 65% in favour of West Ham so far. We've definitely been a better side. Nice turn by Rice into the path of Lanzini, whose pass was very forceful into Souček. Masuaku on the left-hand side tries to whip the ball in. Has a great opportunity just wide. It wasn't maybe not a great opportunity. Maybe that was a bit of an over exaggeration, but it was a good chance. It was whipped in by Arthur Masuaku. Another good cross, to be fair to the guy. And Bowen, who just moves early. Sorry, moves. He's just arriving late. Starts his run earlier from a deeper position. Gets in ahead of the Spurs defender. Tries to just can't. He can't wrap his head around it enough to get it into the goal. But it was a good opportunity, and I think it's going to be a corner for West Ham resulting from it. To be fair. Lanzini to take it out on this left-hand side, whips it in. He's looking for that front post. Again, it's headed away by the first man. Pointless. Like sometimes we take it's pointless. We could take corners and put them into not pointless front man. We just ping it at him and hope for the best. We could loft it into the back post. We could put it into. We've got so many big men who are dangerous in the air. Like we've been so good at set pieces, and we could like put it in, and we'd always pointless. First man, we're just going to drive it really hard into that space, despite it never ever working. It's worked like once this season. We're just going to keep it. We could like loft it in towards the back post or towards the penalty spot, like the Souček one earlier in the game where we pinged it over and he was walking backwards, but he still managed to get a header on target and forced a good save. And we won a caught. Pointless. We're just going to pig it, just drive it at the first man. Every time, eventually, we swear it will work again. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Take a spoon out of one. Don't come return anyone. I take. All right, listen. I'm a experienced man, Stephen. That's what you do, right? I'm on it. We're all good. We're all good. We're safe. Bowen. Oh, Lloris. Oh, it was a good opportunity. Jarrod Bowen found his way into a one-on-one situation with Lloris piling down on him. Lloris does well to save it, but West Ham still have possession of the ball. Bowen almost managed to find Ashby a second time. Souček battling for it, wins it, plays it back again. Vlasic into Souček. He has Ashby there who goes down, I think, too easily. I don't think that's a penalty. under Højbjerg, but Ashby and Højbjerg are stepping up to each other. Ashby looked a little bit like a child when he did that. I can't lie. He does. He goes down under a 50-50 from Reguilon. Shoulder to shoulder, he goes down. It's not a pen by any stretch of imagination, but a great opportunity. All of a sudden, Lanzini pings it over the top brilliantly for Bowen, whose first touch is really good, but Dyer and Ben Davis do well there to stop it long enough to where Lloris just bravely comes out and just gets a hand on it, dives on the floor. That was a flipping brave opportunity for him. And it's a quirk out, but good from West Ham. Good. Better. Spurs are looking to make some subs now. Looks like they've got 3 people ready to come on. Maybe 2. Son and Winks look definitely like they're ready to come on. There was another one who had his shirt on underneath his jacket. I don't know if he was ready to come off or if he just had his jacket unzipped or not. But certainly looking interesting there from Spurs. But West Ham have been significantly better in the second half. Whatever David Moyes said at halftime has worked. Because we're not, the formation hasn't changed. The tactics don't seem to have changed. I mean, we're certainly committing more people forward. Masuaku drifts in, gets the ball again. That cross was bad. He's had 2 good ones in a row. He was never going to have a third, was he, really? But yeah, whatever David Moyes has said, whatever he's done at halftime has worked. We've been significantly the better team. And Tottenham are going to be the first to react with Son coming on now first. Scary. I can't lie. Scary. On the exercise bike behind while doing these, get money worth while course. Got to be done. Maybe. Do you know what, Irons J? That's not the worst idea. I might actually do that, Irons J. I might genuinely do that. So Son's going to come on. It's Bergwijn who's coming off for. To be fair, I think Bergwijn's been brilliant. I'm surprised he's coming off. I thought he's been one of their best players today. So a bit surprised. Jeffrey and Todd are having a big old conversation there. You'll have to see it. How is it possible for Arthur to still be on the pitch? I think he's had 2 out of his last 3 crosses have been really good. It's just the third one was absolutely trash, but still. And Mora is coming off for Harry Winks. Interesting. Going for more, maybe more of a 2 up front potentially. maybe more of a 2 up front potentially. If you're a Spurs fan in the chat, I haven't seen any of you, but if you're a Spurs fan in the chat, feel free to let me know how that's going to work out visually. But it feels more like a 4-4-2, not 4-4-2, but certainly a 2 up front. Maybe a 3-5-2. I don't know. We'll see. But again, we forced them into the change. David Moyes always he waits as long as possible for the subs. He wants the opposition to move first before he does anything. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We've been the better side in the second half, though. If you said to me which team's more likely to score right now, I would say West Ham. If you'd asked me in that first half, I'd say probably Tottenham. And if either way, it could happen. But that's a good ball to Doherty, but Masuaku gets the block. There's a huge shout for handball from the Tottenham fans, but referee walks away as if nothing happened instantaneously. Masuaku maybe looked a little bit sheepish. Let's have a look at the replay. Doherty goes for the ball in. Nah, hits off his stomach. Nothing to be said there. Nothing to be said. Yeah, it's one of those things where we've certainly been the better team, and it's good to see at least Spurs reacting to us, because that means that we're doing something well right now. And we've gotten people a lot further forward in much more advanced positions. We've kept possession of the ball significantly better. But yeah, we've done really well to really make them do stuff. And that's the important thing. What a great analysis from me. Do stuff. Son is the most dangerous player in the league. Convince me I'm wrong. I wouldn't. I think you're right. I think he's brilliant. Son's world class. Prove me wrong. I really think he is. You didn't gack your head. Don't, Jeffrey. I'm still raw from that. I want him back. I see him in Ben Foster's vlogs often, and it just confuses me still. Doesn't feel right. Spurs getting forward well. Højbjerg out to Kane on the left-hand side. He tries to play it back into Højbjerg. Good header away from Issa Diop, just covering into the path from Arthur Masuaku, who just hooks it clear into a throw-in under not enough pressure to really be doing that. But at the same time, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just a bit of excess hot chocolate at the bottom there. Getting it up in the mix, dissolve it, Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, Liam's come in. Ring the bell. Is it bell time? We have waited just over 10 minutes. Is it bell time? People, what are we saying? Bell or no bell? Is it time to... Am I putting the poll in chat? Am I putting the poll in chat? Maybe my blue and white mug for the lost West Ham chat one. It's in the cupboard. Just the first mug I grabbed. I can't lie to you. Son plays it out wide to Skip. Doherty's there. Masuaku comes across to block him. Manages to come into the inside and then finds Son. Back to Skip. Tries to whip it in. Masuaku with one of those headers away. Just down. Bell now, please. Bell on the bike. Not Bell on the bike, but I'll Bell. The bike will save, because I think you were onto something there with a whole match thing. But we'll put the bell in. There's been enough calls and not enough pushback to where we're going to bell people, right? So there will be a poll in chat momentarily. If you have a look, if you have a gander, you should see it. We will wait until, say, the 66th minute. You have that long time to register your vote for the bell. Yes or no. Do we bell? Do we bell? Let me know. The poll is in chat. You have just over a minute to read. What does the bell mean? It's good luck charm, isn't it? Good luck charm. The bell. You eat the bell. Get your baby bells out for the boys. Bell. Bring about the bell. There you go. Yossi Bella unit up. Yossi Bella unit up. Yo, Chris. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. For whom the bell tolls, it bells for me. It does bell for me. What a song that is, by the way. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na, ba-ba, ba-ba. I should get like a MIDI version of it and play it while I eat it. Say your prayers, play better. Here comes Masu Waku. Something. There's something there. I'll come up with a better. I needed to work on that before I committed to saying it out loud. I admit that one. I admit that one. 10, just over 10 seconds left until the bell poll finishes. I'll let you know now it's very heavily in favor of the bell. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We bell. That was incredibly in favor. Over 80% in favor of bell. I've never seen a poll fail. One was close enough to where we shouldn't have done it, but I've never seen them fail. The rustle is done, and now we're in with the silent snack. It reveals itself. You pull away the wax for the goodness inside of the bell. The bell. Oh, Wally, but thank you very much, Wally. With the $10, we need to bell. We need bells, Wally. We're getting bells. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. We're getting the bells in, though, people. We're getting the bells in. The bells are on the way. There we go. Ben Rama and Four Nows are coming on now. Are you ready for this? Monothem. Nikola Vlasic is coming off the side Ben Rama. And I would suspect Lanzini for Pablo Fornals. It is Lanzini for Pablo Fornals. Jennifer, I'll be honest with you. Okay. I think I'm lucky enough to have a thing where I can sit here and watch a match with a bunch of beautiful people, wonderful people, and they get involved with the stupidity of eating a Baby Bell and talk about Baby Bells. I don't want to push it enough to where I'm like, I don't want to push it too much. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, but I don't want to push it that far. Definitely worth the likes as well. Exactly. You gotta like it. You gotta like it if you don't. We demand a Christmas album. I don't know about that one. Maybe, but I don't know about that one. I mean, but thank you, Wally. Just once more, appreciate it, and thank you everyone else as well. By the way, we had a lot of donations today. Thank you, Sharky, Brian Lee, Callum Skipper, and now Wally World. Appreciate you all very much. I need to think about how to do new dono graphic stuff because at the moment it is what it is. But it'll do for now. Ben Rama, 4 Nows. Probably, I tell you what, although it's not a big change in terms of formation or anything like that, it's like for like. It's going to make us more dangerous. And Ben Rama in the center there turns and hits it. First time he does end up skying it, but it was a good opportunity from Saeed Ben Rama early doors. His first opportunity. Just controls it well in the area. It was 4 Nows, pings it out wide, just slots it out wide even to Harrison Ashby. He whips it in, and Ben Rama in a difficult position. He would have taken a lot to have done it from there, but a nice first touch just to keep a wild ball under control, and turns and hits it. It's rising. He's leaning back. It goes very high and very wide, but an initial bit. So we've got two things. We've got two. No, it's look, turn it back on. I don't know if you heard that. So our Christmas tree lighters, right? They have turn it on. I don't know if you can you hear that? Will we get copyright striked? But the Christmas tree, I'll just turn it off while we do. The Christmas tree. My girlfriend came to turn on the Christmas tree lights, as you can see, they're flashing now. But they have like a little thing that plays like Christmas songs. And I don't know if you can hear it. Turn off. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's the default setting is the Christmas song setting. There's different settings you can change it to, and they just started playing very loudly. I don't know if you could hear that though. I don't know if you could hear that though. I apologize. She came in, she turned it on, realized it was happening, and then went out the room laughing her head off. There we go. So that's the thing that's happening. Pablo Fornals plays the ball forward to Declan Rice, lays it off to Thomas Souček. We've got Ashby out on the right-hand side with a lot of space, picks him out. Reguilon does well to defend that, but it's back to Ben Johnson, who whips it in. Pablo Fornals went for a flipping scorpion kick in the midst of that. Souček, Masuaku, we've been the better side here. We've got a good opportunity. He tries to whip it in, can't I? Silent night, holy night. We can hear that. Yeah. I was looking around my place. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Why having a watch along and all we see and hear is you shake my head, says Michael Chappie Gordon. Michael Chappie Gordon, because if I showed or played you the sound from the game, we would get killed by copyright, so we can't. We're not allowed. I hope you enjoy it regardless, Michael, and I hope you have a good Christmas. Charlie, Brazilian or California? I'm not sure what that means. I love the fact you're asking it, but I have no clue what you're talking about. Give me more info and I'll give you some. California, why not? There you go. No clue. I'll commit to it. The way the commentator just said they think we miss Mikel Antonio. They haven't been watching West Ham for the last 2 months. We're doing really well comparatively. He's not on the pitch. West Ham trying to create an opportunity. Ben Rama next. Jinkin plays it short to Souček. That's well worked. Souček just offside. I tell you what, though, we're getting there. Side Ben Rum with the second Cruyff turn of the match just sends whoever it was. I think it was Skip to the shops. Lays it into Souček. He was just offside. But we're getting there. We're asking questions. Second half, we've been significantly better than the first half, and significantly better than Tottenham. I think he means wax. Is there a California wax? If so, I'll say Brazilian because it's the only one I know out of the two. But I'm willing to open it. Son has a good opportunity in Arthur Masuaku. Did he stop Son there? I'm just putting it out for the people to see. Did he stop Son there? He might have. Son was through. And don't get me wrong, it was probably going into the hands of Areola, but he just gets there and just stops it from getting any further forward. We'll see. We've been better. Moyes will never change tactics. Add another ball player centrally and take Souček off, and it's so annoying. I mean, we've changed tactics today. We're playing 3 at the back. You know, we're trying something different. This is the most change we've seen from David Moyes in a long time, to be fair. But I know what you're saying too, Corn. I don't disagree. I just didn't know that California was a wax maneuver. You know what I mean? I know Brazilian, of course. I know Brazilian, but it was the California bit that was throwing me off. I was confused or scared. I didn't know what was going on. Would there be no extra time if this draw like Man City game will go straight to pens? I believe so, yes. We may or may not find out, but I believe it will go straight to pens. Dele Alli sounds like he may be coming on for Tottenham. We're doing well here. We're doing well. We need to make the most of this. We need a goal. Ashby couldn't quite find the through ball, and Tottenham very happy to waste the time. It was Diop's awkwardness that let that opportunity for a Son through, and it was a good pass by Kane. Son's touch was heavy. He would have taken a lot from him to do that, but Arthur Masuaku just comes across to him and makes sure it doesn't happen. There is Dele Alli getting ready to come on. Imagine doing so well in the league, but also so painful. Yeah. But we're not doing that well in the league either at the moment, to be fair, Brisley, to be fair. We got a chaff if Delhi comes on. Well, he might want to earn a move. Who knows? Has Gonzo gone to the match? No, he'll be here for the full-time review with Geo. He's in his man cave. He's not at the match. He's not at the match. Rice lays it short. Ben Rama, there's options. He hits it. Good block from Højbjerg. Just come flying across with a sliding challenge. Pass forward from Ben Johnson is poor, but West Ham still managed to retain possession of the ball. Ashby tries to whip it across. Not a great cross. Tottenham on the back foot. We've been so much better in this second half. It just requires a little something. We'd be through, but not quite happening. But we do have, as the stats said on the screen right now, we do have the 4th most amount of goals in the Premier League this season from beyond the 70th minute. Joint 3rd with Manchester City, only behind Chelsea and Liverpool. And Dele Alli is coming on for Oliver Skip. Interesting. Oh, my G. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hammers Fans United. If you're bored of this watch along, if you're like, I don't like this one, that guy earlier who was asking whatever, go watch Titch at Hammers Fans United. Titch and I believe Cam. Is Cam with you, Titch? If so, go watch that, bro. Why hang around on here? Do you know what I mean? Just go and have a gander. I'll be content if we hit the target. It says 100 meters. That's fair. That's fair. Cam's there as well. There you go. Go have a gander. Don't hang around here. Yeah, Fashiz is good, GP. We haven't spoken to him too much, but yeah, he's good. He pops into live streams every now and then. I know he's a busy man, got stuff to do. I know he's also just had surgery as well. So he's a busy guy who's got a lot to do, but he's good. He's good. Yarmolenko now coming on for West Ham United, getting ready to come on, which is interesting because that could denote a formation change. If we aren't planning on taking off Jared Bowen, which I'd be surprised if we did in this situation, it could mean a formation change. Arthur Masuaku just trying to take on all of Spurs. He just had to keep going. There were no options for him. Spurs managed to get the ball in the end. Craig Dawson said no to Son there. Son tries to flick it over his head. Tries to make a little something from it. Would have been difficult for him to do it, but Craig Dawson just pushed him to the ground. Referee said no. It was a good ball. Souček couldn't get his head on it. Back out to Masuaku, tries to drive it in, hits that first man, and we win a throw in. Quickly done. Ben Rama, Rice. Ben Rama then ends up taking up a more advanced position. Out to Masuaku, he finds Ben Rama in a central position. He hits it into the hands of Lloris. A sighter for Said Ben Rama. A sighter from Said Ben Rama. Takes a nice first touch. Second one, gets it out of his feet on the turn. Hits it. Tries to can't quite strike it well enough into any of the corners to really make Lloris work it straight into him in the end. But a little sighter. Maybe could have taken an extra touch. Snaps at it maybe a bit too faster. Strongly disagree. Everyone go watch Titch. Just fuming otherwise. And it's Harrison Ashby who's making his way off, and it's Yarmolenko who's coming out. Well, Ashby's done all right. Not been an excellent game by any stretch of the imagination. Not been an outstanding game, but he's looked solid enough and certainly hasn't been at fault for anything too much. He's shown up well in a difficult game. He's not done brilliantly, but he's done a decent job. If you're looking at numbers, you're maybe looking at a 6 out of 10 or something like that. Nothing bad by any stretch of the imagination. And Yarmolenko comes on, which does denote a formation change, potentially 4 at the back now with a 4-2-3-1 potentially. We'll see how it ends up playing out, but I would suspect that's how that would play forward. Declan Rice and Ben Johnson just linking up, plays it out to Yarmolenko with his first touch of the ball. Nice shot onto the inside for Ben Rama, who hits it just wide. He's looked very lively since coming on, Ben Rama. Very, very lively indeed. And Yarmolenko just plays it into him. He takes one touch and it just hits it early. And that's what we've been missing in the first half of this game. Just getting into positions and getting into opportunities where we can and we do utilize Just maybe one touch shoot, just shooting early, just hitting shots early. We've been a bit too lackadaisical, a bit too slow. And we're getting to see something. We're getting to see something now. Oh, Pontus Jansson with an own goal for Brentford. You hate to see it. Back to West Ham. Pablo Fornals on the left-hand side. Tried to play it in. It was a poor pass, but it deflects out to Masuaku. West Ham maintain possession. It's back to Pablo Fornals. Ben Rama's with him, just hovering. Finds him. Whips it in with his weak foot. It wasn't a bad cross. A bit overhit, but it wasn't a bad cross. Into the path of Yarmolenko, who tries to put it in low. That one just hits the first man. Cleared away. That wasn't a great cross. And Craig Dawson is forced just to first time play it back to Alphonse Areola. And West Ham go again. West Ham go again. West Ham rant, of course. Listen, Peach is a legend. We want to know us working men in West Ham YouTube. Should definitely go and have a gander. Welcome, Reese, by the way. Appreciate you for coming. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Rice pings it across. Just booted away by Spurs, and it's a corner for West Ham. West Ham have been so significantly better than Spurs in this second half and just being better in general. This is good. This is what we need. I'm not going to say it's purely the bell because it was happening before the bell, but after the bell, we've not got worse. Ben Rama tries to play a back heel to Masuaku under pressure, and it is a Spurs throw-in, practically by their own corner flag. And we're going to see some Spurs substitutions as well. It looks like Emerson Royale, and I think, is that Ndombele? I can't see the person's face, so I can't tell. It's Tanganga. I can see him now. It's Tanganga and Emerson Royale coming on as well now for Spurs. Where's the urgency? We beat Man United and City for this. I think Ben Rama has shown a lot of urgency. I think he's come on and try to really do something with it. I think we've not had enough urgency throughout the game as well, Smeek, but that's a fair point. Those situations are what separates us last season, and now we have to hit those chances to win games, and we aren't. It's a very fair point. Ogbonna is the heart of the team. The day one injury was the end of our season. I don't think it's the end of our season by any stretch of imagination, but it's had a big effect on us. So Reguilon is coming off, and Emerson Royale is taking his place. Be interested to see what ends up happening formation-wise for Spurs. Also, we have Tanganga coming on, who can and has played fullback before as well as centre back, and he's coming on for Doherty. So I would suspect Tanganga takes up his position on the right, and we see Royale on the left. Maybe that's how I would suspect. We'll see how it plays out, I guess. Spurs' clearance from the throw-in lands straight to West Ham, who regain possession and now try to make something work. Bowen to Masuaku, plays out wide. Ben Rama, nice first touch pass into Declan Rice, playing through the lines. It's the sort of thing they bring. They're just a little bit snappier, just that little bit more capable. Ben Rama jinks one way, sends him the wrong way, plays it into Declan Rice, who somehow manages to wiggle his way through there and wins a fair play. Declan Rice somehow manages to win a corner from that. Should not have been able to do that, if we're being honest. He receives the ball in an awkward situation, takes it through, takes it off Højbjerg practically, and then just a little cheeky switch up of the feet gets past your boy Sanchez, Davinson Sanchez, and it's a corner. He gets the block on the cross. Pablo Fornals to take it. Oh, it's played in. Oh, it was better. It wasn't at the first man, but it doesn't result in a shot. It does from the edge of the area from Ben Rama. Bounces back out. Yarmolenko trying to do something. Tries to whip it in, just nodded away from Davinson Sanchez. Masuaku tries to head it back. It's just punted by Davis to nothing. Diop did well to try and just keep possession of the ball there, and can't quite. And Ben Johnson does well there to just knock that ball down. It came from a very high position. It did well, and Declan Rice picks up the ball. The ball forward. Pablo Fornals is chasing it. It was a long shot. And it's a throw-in for Tottenham. West Ham have just been better. We need just a little bit of something now. This game is there for the taking. It's not over. We have 5 minutes left, and this game is far from over. West Ham has shown they have the ability to score. Tottenham have been on the back foot this entire half. We've shown we can do it. We know we can do it. We have the players on to do it. It's just a case of actually doing it now, which is the difficult part, I guess. Antonio hasn't been on since the private jet incident. I would say longer than that, Tuna Fish, to be fair. I know what you're saying, but I would say longer than that. 100% we win if Masuaku doesn't play. I disagree. He wasn't the problem tonight. I'm not saying he played well, but he wasn't the problem tonight. Declan Rice can't quite get a nice pass into Ben Rama. Tottenham win the ball back, but good pressure very quickly by Pablo Fornals. Wins a throw in for West Ham. Good work. Good work. Tottenham again on the back foot. You just see it. We bring on the boys. We were playing better, and then you bring on Ben Rama, you bring on Fornals, and it's just a little bit more snappiness to our play. They're just making it a bigger deal. Throw in a very deep position for West Ham United. Last 10-minute possession, West Ham have had 89% of the possession. This is like Manchester City in the snow type things. 89% possession, but we just cannot make it count yet. We just cannot make it count. Johnson out wide, looking for Bowen. Yarmolenko. Back to Dawson. Diop. Declan Rice is ahead of him. He finds him. Back to Diop. No options there. Who's going to go back to Dawson or Areola? He goes back to Areola. Good pressure from Tottenham, just reducing those passing lanes, just forcing West Ham all the way back. Areola happy to take his time to try and draw Tottenham out of it a little bit. A very, very big header just climbing over Thomas Souček of all people. Spread by Ben Johnson well to Masuaku. West Ham again, we're just playing it around. We just haven't been able to make it count at all. Just at all. It's frustrating. Whereas Lanzini won to strike well on the bench. He's not good tonight. He was not good. It's lack of not getting a striker. That's one of the things, GP. That's a huge factor in it. That is one of the definitive problems here in this team. I hear Antonio's isolating. Is that right? Reportedly, yes, he has. He reportedly caught the coronavirus earlier in the week, and so is unavailable to play. Brisley. So Brisley, they scored first. It went 1-0. Then we replied almost instantaneously to make it 1-1. Then they scored within about 30 seconds again to make it 2-1. It happened all in a 5-minute period, about the 30th minute-ish, something like that. 3 goals in about 5 minutes. It was very, very quick. Very, very quick. Ben Rama can't quite get out of Sanchez, who's just making it difficult for him to take a free kick. Again, Spurs are equally happy to time waste at this point. They're ahead in a cup quarter final. They're more than happy to time waste, and they are so completely up against it. They are all hands on deck defending against West Ham, who have been so much better in the second half. This has been at West Ham almost not as quite as good as previously, but almost as good. But it's just not quite, still just not quite happening yet. If you carefully update, it looks like Emerson has taken up the role at right back and Tanganga's on the left. I was going to say, I don't think I ever saw Emerson play left back, but still. Højbjerg's down for some reason. God knows why. Højbjerg's a big dude, isn't he? He's just got a very dumbstruck look on his face, having a go at Ben Rama for something. God knows what. Some dark arts going on from Chelsea, right? Not from Chelsea. What a Freudian slip that is. Not from Chelsea, from Tottenham. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Spurs instantly forced back from the free kick they gained. Forced very deep. Diop gets the header forward. Souček. Bowen, he's offside. How long? How much stoppage time? How much stoppage time? That's what we need. Scott B with a very late bell shout. If there's enough people shouting bell, I'll skip the vote and we'll just go straight to it. We don't have the time. 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time to make something happen. I'm out of here, guys. Happy Xmas in the chat. Stay safe. Thank you very much. Hope you're well, Todd. Have a great Christmas. All of that good stuff. I'll see you for whenever you come back for the next match, but good to see you, my friend. Bang the second bell. Bell. All right, we're belling. We're belling now. We're belling as quickly as we can. Look at this. This is a rapid bell, mate. This is a quick bell. No time wasted. No time wasted. Look at that. Double. Get rid of both sides at once. Bang. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wob it in. Let's go. Deploy the boys. Come on. Okay, we've belled. It's gone. Just quick succession. No messing on that one. We got it done. Come on. Minute and 40 seconds to go. Gonzo is wrong. I'll happily say that loud and proud. Come on. Minute and 40 seconds. Well, minute and a half to go now. West Ham have been so much better in this second half than Tottenham. Tottenham just gone full defensively, just sat back as deep as they can, barely even got out of their half. And it's just, we just haven't been able to capitalize on it at all. Ben Johnson does really well to take it around Harry Kane there. We just need to be a bit progressive now. We need to go forward. We've got a minute left. Declan Rice picks up the ball in the center circle, runs into trouble. Thankfully manages to keep hold of the ball with a smart 1-2 with Arthur Masuaku. Takes it around a player with the outside of his boot, plays it into Ben Rama inside the box, lays it short. Fornals has Yarmolenko on the outside of him, finds him. Yarmolenko has the overflow from Ben Johnson, hits it with his weak foot. It's looping. Flipping heck, it was close. Yarmolenko looking to try and do something on his strong foot. He has the overlap from Ben Johnson, which gives him a bit of space. He hits it with his right foot. It loops up and it looks like, was it going in? It just hits the bar. Lloris was there as well. It hits the bar. It's a corner from West Ham with 15 seconds to go. Fornals. We went for the front one. Ariola's up. It's still in the box. Bounces. Ariola gets his head towards goal. Lloris collects it. That's gonna be the end of it, isn't it? And there is the full-time whistle. It ends Tottenham 2, West Ham United 1. West Ham out of the Carabao Cup. Thanks to a mad 10-minute period where both teams ended up scoring. Tottenham scoring twice. Steven Bergwijn played brilliantly. Lucas getting the goal. And of course, a brilliant goal from Jared Bowen, but not enough. Not enough. A very, very, very dominant second half from West Ham. One of the more dominant second halves you're going to see us play pretty much ever under David Moyes. A ridiculous amount of us in the second half. If I just do this very quickly, just to make the point, you can see here if we come down to possession, 70% possession for West Ham in that second half. Just in second half alone, 10 shots compared to Tottenham's 2. It was all West Ham in that second half. West Ham had more shots overall, more possession overall. It's frustrating. A frustrating day. But West Ham's journey in the Carabao Cup is over. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you have first of all, have a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas and New Year if you're not around for any of those. Genuinely hope you have the best of times. We will of course be back for the next game. We are here. We're in watch alongs every single match day, so make sure you come back. Special thanks specifically, of course, to to Sharky, Brian Lee, Callum Skipper, and Waddy World for the donations. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And yeah, we will have a live review in just a moment, which I will spam the link right now for you all. So make sure to go have a gander and have a little breakdown of what actually happened in that game from people who understand what they're talking about, as opposed to me. Remember, we do live watch-alongs every single match day, so make sure to come back and watch them again sometime. However, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, all of that good stuff. Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see you later. See you next time. Bye.